Okay. May I know here who's among you interested to become a host or a reporter, maybe? Any of you here? Maybe you want to try that as your part-time job in the future? Or you just maybe you just join this webinar just for the sake of competition?
Curiosity.
Oh, Pista.
Nobody interested. Oh, okay, I got one. Okay, we've got two people here saying that. Wait, I cannot read the chat. Where's the chat button? Is it? It doesn't appear here. That's why, sorry, I can't read. I don't know what your responses are because I don't see the chat button.
Okay, Ms. Zaira, if there are any questions or responses in the chat box, then I will let you know.
Oh, okay, sure. Thank you, Miss Ambigai. I think you guys are into newscasting, right? Rather than reporting and also hosting, right?
Yeah. Not really sure.
Because I received it's quite common, people will rather go for newscasting rather than hosting and reporting because of what? Because newscasting you can be scripted. You just read, you just present your reading only, your reading style, but reporting is more towards, you have to be well versed in especially in your verbal part. That's why it's going to be more challenging for reporting and also for hosting. Okay, never mind. I'll go further in our lesson after this, inshallah.
Sure, Ms. Zaira, I guess you are going to share a lot of information on live reporting after this.
Yeah.
All right.
But okay. I'm just afraid that I don't have enough time, so maybe I will extend a little bit. I hope you guys don't mind. Just be prepared if I go, longer than we expected.
Sure, Ms. Zaira. Those are all valuable information for our participants.
Oh, okay.
All right, welcome back, everybody. Now we will proceed with the third session of the webinar. The topic is live reporting versus talk show. A little bit information about our speaker for today. Ms. Zaira is a TV9 news presenter. She's also an English lecturer at Pusat Latihan Polis, Pulau Pol, Kuala Lumpur. She is now doing her Masters of Education in English Language at UKM. And she is also an MC and voice-over talent. All right, Ms. Zaira, now it's over to you.
Okay, thank you so much, Miss Ambikai. Hi, Assalamualaikum, and good evening, everyone. Well, my name is Zaira Zakaria. Wait. I think I should. Can you see my slide? Let me check on the slide first. Can you see my slide?
Yes.
Yeah.
I see my slide from here. Oh my God. Okay. I cannot see my slide. So how do I?
Ms. Zaira, are you trying to scroll the slide up and down because we can see live reporting over here?
Oh, okay, but I can't see anything from here. Okay.
Okay. Ms. Zaira,
Yes?
is it the same slide that you shared with us previously?
Actually, I add a little bit, 1 or 2 slides. There's an addition to that. Yeah, so, okay. So you prefer for me to share with you?
Yes, yes. Then it will be easier. Our technical team would be here to help you to
Oh,
play the
okay,
slides.
okay. All right. Okay, okay. Oh, sorry. Okay, guys, can you see what I'm doing here?
Yes, there's you.
Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
yes, Miss
okay.
Zaira,
So
yeah.
that's the one. Okay, I think I've got it already. Okay. Okay, guys. So can I start now? Let's get the ball rolling, everyone. Okay, Assalamualaikum and good evening, everyone. Well, my name is Zakaria. Well, you can just call me Madam Zak because that's what my students or specifically my police trainees are calling me here at Pelapu KL. And yeah, I'm an English lecturer at Royal Malaysia Police Training Center Kuala Lumpur or Pelapu KL. And I've been working here for almost 10 years. And also I'm teaching English to inspectors, sergeants, and constable trainees, and also in-service police officers ranging from the highest rank to the lowest rank in PDRM. So basically, I'm dealing with police. So actually, Pulapo is my base, and I'm also teaching at PDRM contingents too, to IPKs and IPDs all over the country. So, well, that's about my permanent job. And at the same time, I'm a part-time newsreader on TV9. Actually, I'm with Media Prima since 2018, and before that, I was with RTM from 2014, 2016 as a reporter for general business and also entertainment desk. And also, I read news for Berita Nasional 12, Berita Semasa, and also Berita Dunia in RTM. And also, I'm hosting few programs there, either for entertainment concert and also for talk shows such as Feminine and also Salam Baitullah. I think you guys might just be wondering how did I enter this broadcasting field, right? Which in fact I'm actually, a lecturer myself. For your information, I joined this reality program called Icon Sierra One in early 2014. So organized by RTM. So basically, I started my career in broadcasting in RTM, and for that program, I actually need to be with RTM for 3 months to receive intensive training in broadcasting in various fields such as news reading for both TV and radio, reporting, live reporting, radio announcing, producing, and also hosting for various talk shows such as Hot Talk, entertainment program, kids show, and also women's talk show, and etc. And is done for both languages, in Bahasa and also in English. So in Icon Sierra One, actually we had 8 episodes, including the finale. So I just want to share a little bit with you about the Icon Sierra One, because I think that it might be quite beneficial for you. Maybe one of you or two of you would like to join this in the future if they will organize again in the future. So I think this is a very good platform for you in order to expose yourself with the broadcasting world. And back to the Icon Sierra One just now, for each episode, every single area was tested and our marks were counted. And of course, there was the best winner for each episode. And the competition, was very challenging, but very tough. And the total participants were actually 14 of us who were selected from thousands candidates in an open audition all over the country. And actually at the end of the day, only 5 of us made it to the finale, including me and also my husband. And Alhamdulillah, I got the third prize in that competition. And just right after the reality show, I started my career straight away as a newsreader, reporter, and also host at RTM. And that's where my career in broadcasting started to grow. In 2016, then I quit from RTM because I was sick due to pregnancy. I got a very terrible pregnancy sickness, and that time I'll never get a chance again. But my passion in this field brought me back to this broadcasting line in 2018, where I managed to get a place at Media Prima as a TV9 newsreader via an open audition, and here I am. Yeah, so today, as you all know that, I'm going to talk on these 2 topics, which is hosting and also live reporting. Okay, so hosting and live reporting, basically these 2 topics are totally different and it doesn't interrelate with each other in terms of its format, delivery, and also purposes and whatnot. Since it's just 2 hours, so I think I should just to compress everything and make it as soon as possible. And actually, when I was in Icon Sierra One, the training for each topic took like 2 to 3 weeks to finish its syllabus. And these 2 things are put, and also these 2 things are put separately under 2 different departments in RTM, which is live reporting is put under the Berita Hal Ehwal Semasa, and news and reporting is under the news department. And now within 2 hours, I'll just only, I think I need to just highlight the essentials only and what you guys need to know the most about both live reporting and hosting, because the ultimate aim, as far as I'm concerned, is to guide you guys to develop your own script for your competition, right? So yeah, we are quite in banana split. So let's get the ball rolling, okay? So now I would like to address your attention to the difference between reporting and also hosting. So first of all, I like to highlight the most important thing is that I'm sure you guys are more into newscasting. Am I right? Am I right? Can I get some feedback from you? Okay, like
50-50.
Yeah, yes, 50-50.
Oh,
I see. Wow. Okay. So I'm sure you have received your training in newscasting with Intan earlier in the previous slots, right? And learned a lot from her. So the most significant difference actually between these two is that for news reading, you have to be scripted. Okay, like what I told you just now. You're gonna read whatever stated on the prompter that's prepared for you. While for live reporting, you just have to be either semi-scripted or unscripted at all. Because when you do your live reporting, you might need to prepare sort of framework or talking points and elaborate it yourself. You have to be elaborative because that's how you deliver your info to the audience, and you have to be well versed in your explanation. And secondly, news reading, it is conducted in the studio, but for live reporting, you have to go to the ground and gather information yourself that you're gonna deliver to your audience. For example, you need to go to the live reporting for fire incident, for example. You have to go there to gather information such as about how did it happen, the damages, the casualties, information that you can gain from the victims, authorities, and so on. Next, news reading, it requires you to be formal because you can't do so much movements. You just have to stick on your own chair and just read the news. Just read the facts that's given to you. While for live reporting, you can move and ask the camera to follow you if necessary. If you want to, if you want the audience to look at the situation as a whole. So for example, you're gonna say to your audience, so as you can see at the moment, there are so many damages here and blah, blah, blah. Okay, so next, news reading requires to be formal because, okay, wait, I think I already touched on that. Okay, formality also in terms of the language used. For news reading, of course, you're gonna read a writing script that is already formally written. But for live reporting, it is your own spoken language, your own capability to elaborate about the situation. So it's not that formal. You can say whatever you want and whatever you think about the incident that you are reporting. And the only similarity between the live reporting and news reading is that both can be done with either with or without a partner. For live reporting, you can do co-live reporting actually with your colleague. You can go, maybe you're gonna go at the same location, but probably at the different areas of that location. For example, you're going to do the live reporting on the Istiadat Angkat Sumpah for our current Prime Minister, Datuk Seri Ismail Sabri, for example. So you're gonna go to do the live reporting at the gate of the Istana Negara, while your colleague gonna do the live reporting inside the Istana Negara or at Balarung Seri. So the angle of the story would be different too, because you'll be reporting on the arrival of the big shots to that ceremony, while your colleague will do the coverage on the process of the Angkat Sumpah itself. But just to let you in the know, normally this kind of events, like for Angkat Sumpah ceremony, only government TV station is allowed to do this, like RTM and also Bernama. And private TV station like Media Prima and Astro Awani might not be allowed to do so. So there's a privilege given to the government TV station. Okay, so next we move on further. Okay, we go to the definition of the live reporting. Okay, so live reporting basically means that you have to do a story coverage for particular events or incidents and report them live, either on TV, portal, or any platform or social media. And it can also be known as live cross. So let's look at the objective of our lesson today. Okay, so to understand what is a live reporting, to understand the process of live reporting, and also to learn the basic script development for live reporting, and also to know what the real situation on the ground, so behind the scene, Okay, next. we move on to this. Okay, live reporting on what? Okay, normally you do your live reporting on social or political events such as UMNO General Assembly and also National Day Parade and also New Year celebration. And for natural disaster, like you do the story coverage on flood, water surge phenomenon, tsunami, and etc. Okay, next we move on to the method of live reporting. Okay, so actually for your information, live reporting, even though it needs to be on air on the spot at the moment of your speaking, but it can be recorded beforehand, you know, so that there are two types of doing this live reporting. Either you record it first or you just go on live, you go live at that particular time. Okay, so there are two ways. Why you have to record it? For recorded live reporting, right? Why you have to do the recorded one? Because maybe because of the weather. So maybe the weather, maybe it looks like raining, so you need to do your live cross earlier. Then you have to record it and send it to the studio, but it will still be played at the time given. Like for example, you need to appear live reporting at 1 p.m. So still the story, maybe you're going to do the recorded one at 12:30, and then you're going to send everything, all the materials, all the recorded video of your live reporting earlier to the studio so that it can be played at 1 p.m. And also another reason might be because of the internet connection. Okay, next we move on to the treatment. Okay, so for your information, there are a few treatment of live reporting itself. So first of all, it's a solo live reporting, or it is more towards narrative reports actually. And secondly, it is live reporting with a guest. If you ask me, okay, I would rather go for the second option because you know what, you and the guest can make up for a vast information on particular events or incidents. But if you do a solo, I mean a single live reporting without a guest, it's going to be quite a trap for you because you just have to elaborate it yourself. And if you are not good enough at it, you might end up being losing for ideas and maybe you don't know what to say. You don't know what to talk about. Okay, next, another treatment is called chain live reporting or back-to-back reporting. So this is the one that I already explained to you just now. For example, like the ceremony for Istiadat Akad Sumpah. So you're gonna go there with your colleague. So once we'll do the story coverage at the gates of the Istana Negara, another one inside the Istana Negara itself. So after you do the first one, report at the gate, and then the reporter, that reporter, we're going to pass it to his or her colleague. So this is basically the same like I explained just now. And next is a one-man show reporting. So this is going to be more challenging because you just don't act as a reporter, but also as a producer, editor, cameraman too, using your own camera and make sure your camera is a sophisticated one. And normally it's done by the senior reporter who is more well experienced in this. So everything that person, the reporter, have to do on their own. So last one is an independent live reporting, where normally you do a live reporting for a portal, I mean online news portal. For example, like if you watch recently the funeral of the late Siti Sarah Raisuddin, which was broadcast live by Sinar Harian and also Malaysia Kini, if I'm not mistaken. So you can see the whole process of the funeral, where the late Siti Sarah was brought to the cemetery in Gomba from HUKM. And this also can be one of the longest reporting ever, because it will make sure that the whole event is recorded and you're going to be there for the whole process. So it's going to be quite challenging. But the reporter, you don't have like, to elaborate it like at all time. Maybe you can just chip in the middle. So that's another treatment for the live reporting itself. So next we move on further. Am I going too fast, guys? I'm afraid that we might not, have enough time. So far, is there any question?
No.
No. Oh, okay. I hope that you guys can catch up with what I explained just now. Or am I going too fast, guys?
Yeah, kind of fast.
Okay now. Oh,
A
okay.
little bit.
Oh, a little bit. Oh, okay. Because I'm afraid that we can't cover everything. Oh, okay. So I'll try to be slower after this, okay? Okay, all right. So next, we move on to this one. Okay, live reporting platform. So as we all know that, okay, we can do the live reporting for a radio and also for TV and also for the social media like Facebook Live, Instagram, Insta Live, Facebook Live, and also for the online hotel news. Okay, next, qualities of a good reporter. Okay, so number one, okay, qualities of a good reporter. It would be such an advantage if you have all these qualities actually. Well spoken, observant, interpersonal, you have interpersonal skills, interviewing skills, knowledgeable, smart, multitasking, courageous, adventurous. But never mind, if you don't have these qualities, for example, like, well spoken, because I believe that not everybody is born naturally to be a good speaker, right? You think that everybody is born to be a good speaker, guys?
No.
No, right? So the thing is that you just have to practice, keep practicing over and over again. That's what I keep telling my students when they ask me how to improve my communication skill. You have to practice. There's no way towards that unless you keep practicing over and over again. And according to Howard Gardner, he proposed 9 types of intelligence, right? And among them are verbal intelligence, okay, interpersonal intelligence. So not everybody have this kind of, intelligence. So maybe that you might have, like for example, you might for example, you are very good in terms of the interpersonal intelligence. Doesn't mean that you are not, good in other areas. So and the same goes to the verbal intelligence as well. If you don't have one, don't worry, because the key is to practice. That's what I always told my students. So practice will make you to become a perfect speaker. So the fluency also will come slowly later. Okay, next, camera etiquette. Okay, firstly, please maintain the eye contact with both camera and also the audience. Look at both interchangeably, especially when you want to give response to your guests. Then you have to take some time to look back at the camera to tell the audience of what you think of. Okay, then secondly, you have to avoid unnecessary gestures. Like for example, you might have this kind of habit like blinking your eyes too frequently, or maybe you move your hands. You like to move your hands quite frequently. And these kind of habits are actually very disturbing, because it just makes your audience to focus on your non-verbal part instead of verbal side of what you said. So yeah, so you have to be careful with this. And thirdly, of course, loud and clear projection. When you do your live reporting, you're gonna be outside. So even though that inside the building, you have to do the live reporting inside the building too, like for example, during the UMNO General Assembly, but you might be surrounded by a lot of people around you, by the crowd. So you still have to project your voice accordingly. So you're going to learn this projection technique tomorrow, right? With Mr. Ramzan. So don't worry. So you will know the technique soon. So next, you also have to face the camera accordingly. But last not least, okay, you also need to show suitable facial expressions, especially when you are interviewing the accident victims. Even though you are not sad enough, because you are not in the same boat, but you have to fake a little bit and show your sympathetic face, because sometimes we cannot really feel the situation itself unless we experience it ourselves, right? So as a reporter, you really have to be sensitive of what's happening around you. Okay, next, we've come to the big business of today's lesson, which is on the stages for live reporting.
All right, excuse me, Ms. Zaira, sorry.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
This is just some information for the participants. We'll have a Q&A session at the end of the webinar session.
Yeah.
Okay. So it's okay with you, Ms. Zaira? Do you prefer the participants to ask you the question directly, or do you want them to type in the chat box?
I think is that okay if I present first? Maybe towards the end, you guys can ask me questions. So at least I'll explain until the script development for the live recording, and then I will open the question to everybody. Is that okay?
All right, sure, Miss Zara. Okay, dear participants, if you do have questions, I guess for timing, you can just type in the chat box. I will read out the questions later at the end of the session.
Okay. Cool. Okay.
Okay,
So,
then, thank you.
okay, all right. So I proceed now. Is that okay?
Yes, sure.
Okay. So stages of live reporting. So we have 3 stages basically. So pre, while, and post live reporting. So basically pre, what you should do before the live reporting itself, while reporting, what you have to do during the reporting itself at the moment of your speaking, and post reporting, what you have to do after the live reporting itself. Okay, so let's look at one by one. Okay, so pre-live reporting. Research on the background issue. That is very important. Make sure you do your own research before you go to the location of the incident itself or the event before you do your live reporting. You have to read and read and read. Though you don't know yet about the incident unless you reach the place, you must research on other similar kind of accidents or events that might have happened earlier. For example, like you have to do the live reporting on the water surge phenomenon, like what happened in Kuala Muda and Yan Kedah recently. And so you must know about the similar incidents that might have happened before. I mean, the similar incident that have the same pattern, like, you know, the water surge phenomenon that happened in Post Dipam Perak in 1996, and also another similar incident at Genting Sempah in 1995 that killed so many people. So maybe you want to relate that when you're asking your guests or the authorities about this incident, maybe you want to relate that and put that in your question. That's why you have to do a lot of research about that. And also when you do a lot of research, it will make you look so smart when asking questions. Because as a reporter, you have to be very knowledgeable. Okay, that's number 1. Okay, number 2, prepare the framework, prepare your talking points, prepare the points that you want to highlight and deliver them in an organized manner. So I'm going to guide you after this, how to come up with your own script when you do your live reporting. And number 3, you have to also deal with the organizer and also authorities or also the affected people. Maybe you should contact them like few days before. For example, you are in charge of doing live reporting for the UMNO General Assembly. And during the live reporting that you have to do on the day itself, you have to, maybe you need to contact his secretary to arrange the interview session for your live reporting. And on the day itself, normally the secretary also will ask you to send him the questions that you're gonna ask. Maybe the UMNO president or maybe the organizer is himself, so that the interviewee, so that they will also be ready. Not just you be ready, but also the guests, the people that you want to interview also must be ready in front of the camera when you do your live reporting. So it's like a mutual agreement between you and also the guest. So the guest already know what you're going to ask him, and you also know what you're going to get the information. I mean, what kind of information that you'll get from him. So it's going to be mutual, you know. And number 4, plan. You must do your own planning and anticipate what's going to happen in the day itself. So you must plan the treatment for your live reporting. How you're going to do that? Is it going to be back-to-back live reporting with or without guests? And also you must anticipate already what angles you're going to highlight during the live reporting. For example, you're going to cover the job on the New Year celebration, and your producer asks you to, to appear like 3 times during the New Year Eve, starting at 6 p.m. and then 8 p.m. during the prime time news, and last one during at 12 a.m. itself. So you must know how to anticipate already what angles or content for each slot. For example, maybe at 6 p.m. you want to elaborate about the situation there, the situation at the Putrajaya area, how crowded the place is, and etc. And at 8 p.m. maybe you just want to highlight about the arrivals of the big shots who's going to officiate the events. And last but not least, your planning must also include the crew involved. You have to deal with the crew because you're going to go there to the location together. So you have to contact the crew members first before go to the location. Okay, number 5. Number 5 is be punctual. It's not be punctual actually. More precisely, you have to be early. You have to be early because you need to gather so much information, as much as information as possible on the ground via your own observation, meeting up with your interviewees, meets around with the people at the location, to ensure that your information is massive and rich. And also you need to be early, as you need to get some visuals and also cutaways. You know, cutaways is a visual that we have to send it to the studio before your live reporting. For example, for your information, cutaways will be played during your live reporting itself, because you won't be on screen at all time during your live reporting. So if you notice that there will be visuals inserted during your live reporting. So the visuals about the incident itself maybe will be displayed interchangeably with your face on the screen. So well, that makes your live reporting more interesting. So besides, you must also be there early to meet your interviewees, to break the ice with them, you know, get some chemistry with the people that you want to interview. And also after that, if you think that you have, if you have enough info, and then after that, you can finally improvise your script and be ready to deliver. Okay, next. Next. While live reporting, also, you have to be alert and ready. When you do your live reporting, you have to actually liaise closely with your producer. You're going to wear the earpiece, you know. So your producer is going to guide you through the earpiece. So you have to listen carefully of what producer asks you to do. So because he's the one who's going to guide you throughout the live reporting itself. And you must be ready to receive whatever ad hoc instruction from your producer as when to start, the points that need to be cut off, and also when to cut off the conversation between you and the interviewees, and you know when you should do the wrap up and whatnot. So whatever instructions you that come from your producer, just be ready. Another situation is that without earpiece, from the earpiece too, maybe you need to get some sort of instruction from your producer saying that maybe you do some sort of, you know, a lot of movement, hands movement or and whatnot. So you have to reduce and slow down the movement itself. So whatever key, whatever instruction from the producer, you must be ready. And one thing I would like to share with you. But if you sometimes you have to do the live reporting without the earpiece here. So you just do like that. How are you going to do that without any instruction? So maybe you get some help from the cameraman or any technician team that comes together with you at the location. For example, you're going to get the cues from them. So the basic cue for a reporter that I would like to share with you, like for example, hands down. Hands down means that you have to start talking. You can now start talking because you don't have the earpiece here. So whatever is that, you have to depends to rely on the cue given to you. So hands down means that you have to start talking, and then the hands round movement. Hands round movement means that you have to wrap up, and this one means that this gesture means that you have to lengthen your speech. You have to elaborate more, and most importantly, you just bear in mind that after you pass it to the studio, don't think that you have completed your job. No, please remain there for another 5 seconds, because you need to ensure that there is no unnecessary actions or gestures or whatever things that you do in front of the camera still being captured by the camera. So we don't want to, you know, of course, we don't want to go viral, right? Because of the unnecessary things that we might do in front of the camera. And also, I also like to remind you, once you have your mic and earpiece and standing in front of the camera, you have to make sure that you don't do anything that is not necessary, such as chatting away with the cameraman or crew. Because what happened before, there was one a reporter. She went viral because she didn't realize what the camera, the camera was actually ready, and she appeared live on TV because the cameraman accidentally turned on the camera, and the lady, the lady said was reported to say something improper and make her embarrassed because she didn't realize that she was caught on the camera and appeared live already. So you have to be ready. Once the camera in front of you, you have to be ready no matter what. Just consider that everybody, millions of viewers are watching you right now. And also, at the moment of your live reporting, make sure that you deliver it with confidence, okay? So be well-versed and organized in your points, and try your best not to fumble, though it's quite normal. but make sure you throw a very smooth delivery during your live reporting and keep it brief, accurate, yet comprehensive. Also, you have to be ready for any hiccups that might happen, like in terms of the weather as well, because the interviewees who might be, you're going to encounter the interviewees who might be too talkative, whom you must know how to cut off the conversation. And also another interviewees who might be quite, shy and timid, not really helping in terms of giving the information and whatnot, which means that you have to ask further questions. So because you don't know their background, right? So that's why it is very important for you to study about the guests first, not just about the event or the incidents, but also you have to study about the guests, the interviewees that you're going to interview. And also, there is also a case where the last minute cancellation from the interviewees, where you have to conduct the live reporting or on your own, or in other words, it means a track for you actually. So from the live reporting with a guest, then you have to cancel it out. So it's gonna be live reporting without a guest. So you have to be ready, and actually lots of interviews means that you have to feed yourself with so much information, at least around 2 to 3 minutes you have to talk on your own. So yeah, so make sure that you have to be ready for that. And also in the middle of live reporting, for example, like when you are doing your live reporting and then suddenly there is a national anthem, Lagu Negaraku, being played, then what are you gonna do? So I would like to ask everybody here. So when you do your live reporting and then suddenly you listen to suddenly the Lagu Negaraku appeared. So how are you going to do that? How are you going to react? Any answer? Can I get feedback from the participants?
I tell the one that. Huh?
Should you stop? I mean, should you stop doing your live reporting, or you should proceed?
I think instead of stopping or proceeding, I ask them to sing along.
To sing along. Oh, okay. Wow, that's cute. Okay, so you're going to sing along, but the camera is on you. So you're going to sing? Are you sure?
Yes, singing together.
Wow, that's the spirit that we want. Okay, yeah, we have the thing. The point. I get your point. The thing is, we have to respect the national anthem, right? Okay. Actually, you can say something like, you can give remarks to the audience. At the moment, maybe you can say, at the moment there is a national anthem being played, so we need to give way to the national anthem. So you can stop for a while actually. So when this kind of incident happen, is a must for you to stop for a while. But you have to give some sort of remarks to the audience first, so that they will know. Okay. So maybe after that you want to sing. Okay. So that one I never sing yet. So the reporter singing along. But yeah, maybe you can create a history. So thank you for your response just now. So that's one of the camera etiquette that you have to take note as well when you are in front of the camera. And also the change of time, for example. Okay, instead of you appear live cross at 12 p.m. Maybe you're gonna appear like 2 hours earlier, like at 10 a.m. And also change of instruction from your producer, like your producer wants you to change the angle of your story, like for the water surge phenomenon, instead of highlighting the causes of the incident, you need to highlight on the damages and etc. And the producer also might also ask you to appear for breaking news at any time. So you have to be ready, and we call this as berita tebuk. Okay, berita tebuk. So it can be tebuk anytime. And then, okay, so and then the commencement of the breaking news or the berita tebuk, it can be either from the reader in the studio. The reader from the studio will pass that to you, or you have to start yourself. So it can be either way. Okay, so next, post reporting. Okay, what you have to do next after your live reporting, basically you just have to wait for your producer or editor. Either they want you to do the color story of the event, the full coverage of the story, regarding the event or incident, or maybe you can do the reacts. You know, the reacts means that you're going to interview maybe the people around, the people there, maybe the residents of that a certain area, in order to get reacts of the issue that you are covering. And also you need to stand by again for another breaking news, like I told you just now, or maybe stand by for another next hours. So you have to be ready. So that's what the life of a reporter. So it's like, you have to be very committed in this. And also next, okay, so I think before I go to the script development, okay, this is where I'm going to guide you with the script. So is there any question that you want to ask me, guys? Okay. Okay.
Okay, we have Rizwan here. Rizwan?
Hi, Rizwan. Okay, Rizwan. Okay, you
We
can
can't hear
proceed.
you, bro.
Yes, Rizwan. I can hear you. Hi, Rizwan. Hi.
Rizwan, are you okay? If there's a problem, then I should move to Safura first. Are you okay, Rizwan? Okay. Okay, I think we give chance for Safura first.
Yes, Safura.
Thank you. My question is, how do you distance yourself from the camera? Like how far so that is fit the screen?
Oh, okay. How far? Not that close, not too far. So you have to I think according to your own comfortability. So it doesn't matter as long as you feel comfortable with the camera and you think that you are confident enough to deliver. So I think the distance doesn't really, I mean, it's a matter here because you just adjust it according to your own comfortability. So don't worry about that. And also the producer and the cameraman technician will help you with that too. Why are you afraid of the camera?
No, I just don't want to look so big.
Yes.
I just don't want to look so big in camera.
Oh. Oh, okay. Oh, yeah. But the fact is that when we appear on screen, our size is gonna be a little bit bigger than we are actually. Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah. So.
No.
Yeah, so that's the I don't know because when I appear on screen too, so many friends saying that I look too fat, quite fat on the screen. Yeah, so that's normal. We're going to be a little bit bigger on screen. Yeah, so you must know how to adjust yourself in terms of the distance then. Okay, thank you for the question, Safura.
Okay, let's go back to Rizwan.
Test one, two. Test 1, 2.
Okay, we can hear you.
Cantik.
Cantik.
Hi. Have I introduced myself? No,
No. Okay, yeah, you may proceed.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Rizwan. I'm from Polytechnic Baganato. My question, do you have any tips on how to read the teleprompter? Like how is the tempo? Do I need to speak fast or how is my voice right now okay? That's my question.
Oh, okay. I think you're asking me about the technique of delivery, right? Is it? Is that?
Yes.
Oh, okay. So that one about the voice projection, you're going to learn that tomorrow with Mr. Ramzan, inshallah. So that one, I don't have to touch on that. But the thing is that what I would like to remind you is that when you go to the location, for example, like when you do the live reporting, normally you're going to go outside and you're going to do the live reporting outside the building, for example. So you have to make sure that you project your voice accordingly. Like, you know, if you can still hear the noise around you, try to, you know, to project it a bit louder. Okay. So how to ensure that my voice is suitable enough for the live reporting? Am I right? How to ensure that my voice is suitable, the tempo is up. Okay, never mind, Mr. Rizwan. Inshallah, after this, during the lesson on the script development, I'm going to show you how a little bit on that. Okay, is that okay, Mr. Rizwan?
All right.
Okay.
Okay, thank you, Rizwan. So next we will have Miss Samitara.
Again, who is that?
Mr. Samitara, I'm sorry. Mr. Samitara Raj.
Hi, Mr. Samitara.
Hi, Miss. Good afternoon. It's been a pleasure to meet you again.
Hi. Glad to meet you.
Okay, Miss, I have a question that, okay, regarding the interview. Okay, if you interview a person, no matter can you hear me, please?
Okay. Maybe you can proceed. Okay, I'll try.
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Yes. Yes, Mr. Samitara. Hi.
Yeah. Okay. Now the line is clear. Yeah, Miss. I have a question that when we interview a person, no matter they're emperor or empress or politician or minister, so there has a tiny difference between the ordinary person and also the person in the high rank position. So there is an interview is about formal and informal. And there are two types of formal. So for sure it must be banter. There must be a banter conversation. That must be probably must have to be. So when you interview a teenager, we should remain the formal questions, or we go for informal, like more jovial also can.
Oh, okay. Thank you for the question, Mr. Samitara. Okay, that one depends on the formality of the events too, not just on the person itself. That even though you are interviewing the minister, you can actually joke around too. So because you don't think that our ministers are all serious people, you can joke around. Maybe okay. It doesn't come across to my mind right now to give you the example. But don't worry about the person that you're talking to. Of course, when you are interviewing the big shots, of course you have to be like more proper as compared that you are interviewing the public. So it's gonna be a little bit different. Of course, it involves the salutation and different kind of greeting style and whatnot. But the thing is that you just you follow the formality of the events as well. For example, you're going to interview the minister at maybe during the New Year celebration. You don't have to be too formal because you can see that minister also wear something like not so formal during the event. So you don't have to be too formal. So it depends on the events or the, whatever incidents that happen that you are covering for. So it's not depends on the individual itself. Okay, am I answering you, Mr. Samitara?
And one more, if we interview a teenager, yes, one more, Miss. If you're interviewing a teenager for a testimonial purpose for the higher institute campus, so it must be in a formal way, right?
Again, one more time.
If we interview a teenager in a testimonial purpose or in a higher institute, so it must be in a formal way, right?
Yeah. That one depends on the content that you want to highlight. So maybe you said just now is to gain the testimonials about particular institutions, and you're going to get the feedback from the teenagers, right? Am I right?
Yes.
Yeah. So that one, of course you want a proper information that you want to share with the audience out there, and of course that one. Yeah, you can be formal. You can be formal too, and you can be informal too as well. Like for example, like when you are interviewing, it's not about like one more time. I would like to highlight: it's not about the person. It's about the information, about the context that you are covering for. It's not because of the person solely. Okay. So yeah, so talking about the testimonial, yeah, you can even, joke around a little bit, be lively, not like, interviewing with a very serious face, asking all about the facts and whatnot. And of course, the interviewee will feel like, oh my God, not really comfortable with you because they are just teenagers and you're going to ask them with something like, with all the facts and whatnot. So of course, the interviewee himself or herself will feel quite nervous about that.
So
Okay.
make sure the conversation must be a banter and they must be witty and indigenous, right?
Again, Mrs. Samitara. Sorry. Hello.
For
Hello.
sure, last but not the least, if you interview the person, probably it must be banter. It must be a banter conversation, and we must be very indigenous to them, right?
Hello.
Okay, I think we have some problem
Hello,
with the.
Miss.
Hello,
Yeah,
hello,
it's
still
like,
there? Yeah. Okay. We give another chance
I feel
for the
like
next.
Miss Samitara like under the water.
Yes. Okay, we give the chance for another participant.
Maybe somebody, the MC, can read the question for me. The moderator.
Later, I will check in the chat in the chat box. Sorry. Okay, let's move to the next participant, Lavinia, Miss Lavinia.
Yeah,
Yes.
thank you.
Okay.
Hello, Miss. I'm Lavanya Padmanabhan from Polytechnic. So I would like to ask, like, should we concern about our prepared scripted questions or else like follow-up questions?
Okay. Sorry, I think I need to wear this. Okay, just hold on for a while.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Okay, sorry again, Miss
Lavinia.
Lania. Miss Lania.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I would like to ask that for this live report session, interview session, is that more important? I mean, are we concerned about the prepared script or prepared questions to be asked to our guest, or is that more more proper to ask them a follow-up questions?
Okay. Can you try one more time, Miss Rania? Sorry. I can't really hear you. Okay.
Yeah, sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes, Miss Rania.
I'll just put it in a simpler way. It's
Okay.
like, do we have to like more concentrate? We have to like be too much concentrated in our prepared script. Prepared questions, or else like we can do follow-up questions. Like for example, if they said, "I love in English communicative skills," for example, so we would like to like do follow-up questions regarding that. It's not in our scripted question, but it's out of the questions. Would that be okay?
Oh, okay. That's why I mentioned. I'm not sure whether I mentioned or not. So, okay, for the during the live reporting itself, you can only come up with a semi-structured question. So you can modify your question at any time. Depending on the context, depending on the responses that you will get from the interviewees themselves. So you can adjust whatever it is. And about the follow-up question that you
Okay, it seems like our speakers have some internet problem. That give her some time. Okay, we try to figure out the problem. Okay, others, if let's say you want to ask a question but you have problem with your audio, you can type the question in the chat box so that I can help you to read the question later. Thank you.
All right, hello everyone. I think there's technical issues with our speakers. While we are waiting for her, I am able to see a few of us here. I have Miss Darsh 0001. or what is that? Darsh01. Hello, Darsh. Can you please unmute your mic?
Yes.
There you are. How are you? How are you feeling today?
I'm doing good.
All right. What do you think of the session so far?
It's quite interesting. I'm learning more and I'm more interested in becoming a live reporter now.
Great. Do you have any experience on that so far?
No, this is my first time.
Great, great. And I can also see just now Mr. Kim Zikri. Just now he was in Kim Zikri.
Yes. Yes, yes.
Can
you hear
you
me?
please enable your camera? There you are, looking good.
Right,
How are
okay.
you feeling today?
Yeah, feeling just fine. So far,
Great,
so good.
great. So what do you think of the session so far? Anything
so
new
far,
for you?
yeah, so many new info, so many new input I get. Yeah, it's so good.
That's great. Now, do you have any, like experience conducting or presenting news or being part of the Poly TV? I know that all polytechnics has their own Poly TV. So, do you have any experience on that, or have you had any experience being interviewed? Perhaps you would like to share with us.
No, I've never been in part in the Poly TV in my Poly. Not yet, I guess. Yeah. And I never been interviewed by someone. Yeah, I never interview someone and being interviewed. No, I never experienced that. So this might be my chance to test. Yeah.
Great. It's good to know that you are very positive towards your future, and I really hope that everyone, all these participants who are here today, will be able to at least benefits from this session. If it's not just about this competition, it's about the skills that you can develop for your future. Now I also have with me Miss Nur Aimi. Are you there, Miss Nur Aimi? Because I keep on seeing the same participants from the morning asking and posting questions. So it would be great if I would, if I can hear the other students as well. Miss Nur Aimi, are you there? All right, Miss Nazira. Nazira Nazri. Miss Nazira Nazri, okay, not here. Okay, for the rest of you, while we are still waiting for Miss Zaira to join us again. Oh yeah, there she is, Miss Nazira. Hi, yes. Well, I was just asking if you could, join us um, on the mic. Okay, Miss Zaira informed me suddenly that there is no internet at all at her house, so she's working on it right now. Okay. Oh, I'm looking at Mr. Yasir Ashraf, and I believe that he is one of the accompanying lecturer. Mr. Yasir?
So someone says to me, I on the video accidentally. I just want to look at my student.
I see. Okay, okay. I thought that you would like to join us,
No, sorry.
No worries, no worries. All right. Now we're waiting for Miss Zaira to join us again in the system. Just would like to remind everyone, or perhaps to share with you that all the materials are available in MS Teams. I really hope that you'll be able to access the files. Miss Lavinia, have you managed to rectify the issue?
I have not yet gone through. I'll look after this.
All right.
Thank you.
Okay. All right. Great. No worries, Miss Nazira. You said, all right, there she is. Miss Zaira is back in. I really hope that, you know, if this event can be done physically, you know, not virtually, so that we are, you know, you guys can make networks, you know, getting to know the other contestants as well, all the participants, which is good. However, this is what we need to go through. I can see Miss Norlaila. Hi, Miss Norlaila. How are you doing?
Sorry, it's raining outside, so my
No worries, no worries. All right. Hold on. There she is. Hello there, Miss Zaira.
Hi, welcome back. Sorry, oh my God, I think I was I was talking alone just now when answering Miss Rania's question.
No worries. So I'm gonna pass back the session to Miss Jumiwati. Um, back to you.
Okay.
Okay, welcome back, Miss Zaira. Okay, do we need to repeat the question or you just want to continue with the explanation just now?
Maybe okay. Just now Miss Lavinia asked about what did you ask just now? I forgot already. Sorry. Age factor. Sorry, Miss Lavinia. Can you repeat your question again?
Yeah, sure. So I just asked, do we have to just follow the script exactly, or can we do the follow-up question?
Oh, okay. Talking about that, the question is that okay, that you're going to ask during the live reporting itself. That's why I mentioned just now in the beginning. There are two methods of live reporting. Either you have to prepare your question only if you have a guest. If you don't want your reporting without, the presence of a guest, so you don't have the questions. You just have to be narrative and elaborative in your explanation. That's all. So let's say if you have a guest, then you just prepare the semi-structured kind of question, you know. So you don't have to be like, rely 100% on the question itself. You can modify a little bit depending on the responses given to you by the interviewees themselves. Okay, so about the follow-up question and whatnot, yeah, you can have the backup questions too, in case that the interviewees they don't answer accordingly. They're not giving you the information that you need. So maybe you have to come up with the backup kind of questions. But the one about the follow-up question too, never mind. If you want to, if you want to be so much ready, you can come up with a as many questions as possible. And for the question that are not used, maybe you can use that for your, the normal reporting one. Not to do during your live reporting itself. You can use that in your normal reporting without doing that on screen. Because after that, maybe your producer or your editor might ask you to do the color story of the events or the incidents that you are covering. Okay, so that one you can use the questions later to interview again, maybe the same person on that question till you get the information that you need. And from there, maybe you want to come up with another side of the story too, apart just after you finish with your live reporting. Okay, am I answering you, Miss Lavinia?
Yeah, you are. Thank you.
Okay, you're welcome. Okay, what about the rest? Any other question before we proceed with the hosting?
Yes. Do we have any other question from any other participants? Like I said before, you should ask as many questions as you want because this chance won't come twice.
Not yet, maybe.
Not yet, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay, seems like you don't have
yet.
any other question. Then we can proceed with the next.
Okay. Thank you, Miss Ambigai. Okay, so now I think I want to share with you about how we're going to develop the script for the live reporting. Okay, so yeah, I'm sharing right now. You guys get the template already from me? The template that I gave you on the live reporting. You get that?
Yes.
Guys? Okay. So now I'm opening that one. Okay. Okay, still loading. Okay, just hold on, guys. Oh my God. Or maybe okay, maybe Miss Ambika, do you have the copy of my notes? Actually, I want to show them the notes that I already prepared for them. The notes on the live reporting script. We have that with you. Maybe you can help me to share if you have one. Hi.
Sorry, Miss Ambika is not here, so I just want to check. Which one do you want us to share?
The one in the Microsoft Word format.
Okay.
I put it as live reporting final, if I'm not mistaken.
Okay. 1 minute, eh?
Oh, okay, please.
Okay. Okay, there you go. Can you see Miss Zaira?
No.
You cannot
Not
see?
yet. Not yet.
I can see it from here. Let's see whether our participant can see it or not. What about others? Can you see the screen share here?
Yes, I can see.
Yeah, others can see.
Yes.
What about you, Miss Zaira?
Yes.
The live reporting.
Yeah, I cannot see. I don't know what's the problem here. Okay. Just hold on for a while. Okay. Okay, I try to do the screen sharing again. Okay, it keeps loading actually. I don't know what's the problem here. Okay, then that case, okay, I will not see you guys, but I will open my own folder. Okay. Okay, so I will refer to my own folder. I mean, not to be shared on the Microsoft team. So I just open my own folder here that only me can see it from here. Is that okay, guys? Is that okay?
Okay, Miss.
Yeah, that's fine.
Oh, okay. Okay, so now can you see the first part of this note, live reporting with guests? Yes, oh, Miss Diana here. Okay. Okay, so the first part of this note is that live reporting with guests. So how are you going to do the live reporting with the guests, and how are you going to do the live reporting without a guest? For your competition later, can you be flexible in competition, or you just have to, to present individually without a guest? I'm not sure about the format of the competition itself, but yeah. So can you be, I mean, like, do the live recording with the presence of the guest, or you need to do it without a guest actually?
I guess I read the guidelines, just the talk show with a guest. The live reporting, I don't remember. Do you guys remember?
I see. Oh, okay. I think so. It's not stated there, right? So yeah, I just consider you guys might just do your live reporting without guests. Okay, so never mind. Yeah.
I'm Ada, a lecturer from Polytechnic Kuching, because I have been escorting my students for this competition in the past year since 2018, 2017. And then for every round, live report, we always have a guest.
Oh, always have a guest. Oh, so the participants are allowed to have their own guests, is it?
Actually, the guests have been prepared for us because that during those years we are at the location. Now that we are off campus and we are doing it virtually, maybe the participants could have their own guests.
Oh, I see. That's better then. They can be so flexible in
Yes,
their
the situation
presentation
are
then.
different.
Ah, I see. Wow, interesting, interesting. Okay, all right. But never mind, I'm going to show you both live reporting with guests and also live reporting without guests. Okay, first of all, like I told you, live reporting with guests, it will require you a little bit more effort because of what? All the information comes from you. So you have to say, you have to be elaborative enough. You have to be, to make sure that information is comprehensive enough, because at least you have to appear on screen like from 2 to 3 minutes of your live reporting. So you have to make sure that you have enough information. When you go to the location, make sure you gather as much as information as possible. Okay, and then, okay, so I'll go through one by one first. Okay, first of all, when you do this live reporting, so you must start with the opening or the intro and state what the incident is all about. Okay, so for example, like this, you're going to take it from the studio. So the reader will pass it from the studio, okay, and then you're going to take it from the reader themselves. Like for example, yes, Intan, well, I'm Zaira. I'm here live at the scene of an unbelievable disaster. It was like tsunami described by one of the victims here. A terrible incident that hit the Gunung Jerai area, which resulted in mudslides and floods early this morning, as people call this as a water surge phenomenon. Okay, as Rizwan asked me just now, what about the tempo, the delivery style when you do your live reporting? For your information, is not going to be the same like you are doing your news reading. News reading, people know that you are being scripted. You're going to read. But this one, you have to deliver it with your heart. You know, you have to be you. That's your style. You know, you have to come up with your own delivery style. So you just be you. You don't have to be scripted. You don't have to read. And the most important thing is that never being scripted, because it's gonna be, you know, quite disturbing when people see that, okay, you are reading, for example, from your phone and at all time, and then you don't have the eye contact with the camera or the audience that are watching you. So try to avoid to rely too much on the script. Actually, you can have your own script, but not make sure that you don't rely too much on that. So most of the time, you have to make sure that your eye contact straight away with the camera in front of you. Okay, so that's how you do the opening, by the way. So opening, yes, Intan, for example. Well, I'm Zara, introduce yourself first. And where are you at the moment? So you just describe at the moment, you're going at this one particular place and what happened there. Okay, next. So basically this live reporting, it is about the water surge phenomenon that happened recently at Kuala Muda and Yan Kedah. So yeah, I just come up with this quick reporting about that incident. So, okay, that's number one, opening. That's the opening part. And then we move on to the second one. Okay, this is where you do the reporting on your own, okay, without the guest. Then you can describe about the situation at the moment of the speaking, of your speaking. So, for example, you have a camera with you, and then you can ask the cameraman to pan to the right or to the left to show the whole situation of what's happening there. So you can say, something like, so as you can see at the moment, the rain hasn't stopped falling. The water level in the river here has risen, and the water has flowed everywhere here and kept rising swiftly. Also, as you can see over here, over there, there's the blockage of drains, which also might contribute to flash floods in this area. And for your information, almost 1,000 houses in Yan and Kuala Muda were affected badly by this water surge incident. And I also learned that, use this kind of phrase, you know, I also learned that. So as you can see at the moment, you know, so that people will know that everything happened, everything's that is being, you know, captured at the moment, it comes from you, from your own observation. Okay, so and I also learned that more than 1,000 people were affected by the flood and were already brought to the relief center at 11 a.m. this morning. You report what happened there at that moment. Okay, and most tragically, so far we haven't heard yet from those 4 people who were reported missing this morning. At the moment, the rescue squads are still conducting the SAR operation. And then that's where, and then after we reported a little bit about the incident itself, then you move on to the, if you have a guest, then that's where you start to interview your guests. And right now, we are one of the victims here, Encik Muhammad, or known as the Pak Mat, whose house was badly affected by the terrible flash flood this morning. And then you start questioning, asking Pak Mat's question. So Pak Mat, may you please describe what actually happened early this morning? While your eye contact must be on the camera and also on the guest at the same time. And for your information too, when you do your live reporting, make sure that if the guest is at your left side, you hold the mic with your left hand too. And the guest, if the guest is at your right side, so you hold the mic with the right hand too. Okay, so you cannot be like, you cross the camera like this, because it's gonna be very disturbing. And then the audience tend to watch your hands more as compared to what you're saying. Okay, so that's the camera etiquette, okay, when you are interviewing the guests during your live reporting. Okay, and then after that, after you do the interview part, and then you have to thank the guests. Okay, all right, thanks so much, Pak Mat, for sharing with us what happened this morning, and we'll pray that everything may be easy for you and the rest of the people who were affected, the water surge incident and floods simultaneously. And if you have to guess, one of the guests you have to be on your left side, another guest should be on your right side. So you're going to be in the middle, and then you turn around and then turn to the right side, and then you ask another guest if there's any. Okay, so for example, like you have the authorities there. Okay, so we are lucky today since with me right now is the Kedah Fire and Rescue Department Operation Division Deputy Director Muhammadul Ehsan Muhammad Zain. Thank you, Tuan, for being with us today. So, Tuan, as we all know that incident like this never happened before. It was indeed shocking to Malaysians. So what do you think of the real factors of this incident? And then blah, 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 blah. You can ask him like 2 or 3 questions, and then that's it. And then that's where you move on to the wrap-up session. Okay, then you do your wrap-up. Okay, Tuan, that's massive enough. Okay, so thank you so much for your time and sharing with us with the updates just now. Okay, and then you're going to pass over to the reader from the studio. If you take it from the reader, so you pass it back to the reader in the studio. So that's all from me, everyone. Okay, back to the studio with Intan Azrina Hamzah. Okay, Intan. Okay, and then Intan will continue reading the news. So if there is no passing over, you have to end it yourself. Okay, so that's all from me, Zakaria. So stay tuned with more updates, which will bring to you exclusively from time to time on TV3. Okay, so that's how you do your live reporting. And another version is live reporting without a guest. So which one, the one that I told you is going to be more challenging, because all the information must come from yourself. Okay, so it's just the same like the one that we did just now. You have the opening and introduction, state about the details of the incident first, what, where, when. Okay, so yes, Intan, well, I'm Zaira. Okay, it's just the same thing. Okay, a terrible incident that hit the Gudun Cerai area, which resulted in mudslides and floods early this morning, approximately around 7 a.m. this morning, as people call this as a water surge phenomenon. You introduce the event first by stating what it is all about. And then you take, maybe when you do your live reporting without the presence of the guest, maybe you have a particular angle that you want to highlight. Maybe for that one particular news slot, you want to highlight of the effects of the incident themselves. Okay, so as you can see at the moment, the rain hasn't stopped falling. You normally, after you do the introduction a little bit, you can elaborate about the scenario, situation there at the moment. Is it raining, or about the weather, how crowded the place is and whatnot. Okay, so the rain hasn't stopped falling. The water level in the river has risen and blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then you move on to the angles that you want to highlight at that time. Maybe you just want to highlight about the casualties. And tragically, so far we haven't heard yet from those 4 people who were reported missing this morning. And at the moment, the rescue squads are still conducting the operation, which involved JBPM, APM, police, and some local residents here. The police are also conducting investigation regarding the cause of the incidents. However, based on the early information that we received, we've got to know that the cause of the incident might be due to a sudden rush of water, which might cause 4 of them to get drowned and drifted away by the river, which took a couple of seconds to occur, blah, 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 blah. Okay, and then it's still the same. You need to pass over to the reader in the studio, and if there is no passing over, you just end it yourself. Okay, guys, so you get that? Hi.
Miss, I have
Hopefully
a
I'm not
question.
talking alone. Ah, yeah. Yeah.
About
May I know who you are?
Rizwan.
Oh, Rizwan. Yeah, Rizwan again. Wow. Okay, Rizwan.
My
Yes.
question about the last part.
Yes.
Did you said if there are no what you say
Passing over.
back to we
Huh?
need pass over to what do we have to say?
That was specifically from time to time on TV3. That's all. That's how you end it. Make it short, precise, and simple. Okay, is that clear to you?
All right, thank you.
Okay. Yes. All right. So it's just the same thing basically. So never mind. If you look at your phrase bank, do you have that with you? I think I provide the template together with the phrase bank. So I already provided you with the phrases that you can use during your live reporting too, if I'm not mistaken. Do you have that with you guys?
Yes.
Okay. So you can refer to
Yes.
that. There are certain, some important phrases that you can use during your live reporting. So I hope that it can help you guys towards preparing your own script. Okay. All right. So I think, so can I proceed with the next topic on hosting? Is that okay, guys? Wow. I need to be quite, fast. Okay.
Yes,
So
yes.
can I proceed? Oh, all right. Okay. Okay. Okay, just hold on for a while. I need to drink some water. All right. So, okay, I'm going to share screen right now. Okay. Why I can't stop mine? Oh my goodness. Oh, okay. Okay. Try share again. Okay, so can you guys see now my slide on hosting?
Yes, yes.
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Okay. Okay, so hosting, art of hosting. Okay, hosting. Okay, basically hosting is a forum or discussion between the host and also the guest about particular issue, but you're gonna appear on TV, either TV, radio, or any other platform or social media too. So a TV host, next. Who is the TV host? As a TV host, we actually have to play these three roles: as an interviewer, because you're going to interview the guests, and also you're going to act as an educator because you're going to educate a particular issue to the public, and also you're going to be the mediator too because you're going to make the conversation balanced to ensure that equal participation among the guests. So you must know how to cut off the conversation if your guests are too talkative, dominant, and etc. to make sure that the topic discussed not misleading. So the key is that as a host, you have to control the conversation in a very professional manner. Okay, next. Now I'm going to explain on the difference between news reading, live reporting, and also hosting. Okay, so same like reporting actually. For hosting, you can be either semi-scripted and also unscripted. You can be semi-scripted because the producer will normally help you with the script in the RO itself. You know, the RO is actually the running order, stands for running order, which includes every single aspect about the talk show program itself, ranging from the camera angle, the time duration, the type of visual to be inserted, including the montage and whatnot. And also, so your script, and the most important part is that in the RO itself, your script will also be provided too. So, actually, you in terms of the script, you don't really have to prepare yourself because it's already there. What you have to do is just you do the research on the topic itself, your own research about the topic itself. Maybe you want to come up with a, question that might be quite different from what's being stated there in the running order. So, also as a host, you have to, even though the script is provided to you, you cannot you just make it as a guideline for you and deliver it in your own delivery style with your own words that serve. And the question itself that's provided for you only serve as a guideline. So also for hosting, it is normally conducted in a closed area or in the studio, same like newscasting too. And this, in terms of the formality, actually you can be formal or informal depending on the type of the program that you are hosting. So if you host an entertainment program, you don't have to be formal. But for a hot talk show, you have to be formal. So depending on the program that you are hosting. And now I'm going to touch a little bit on the camera use. Okay, about the camera use, we have two types of the camera here. Single SCP, we call that as SCP and also MCP. Single camera production is only used for live reporting because you only have one camera. Single means one camera only. So it's only used for live reporting, while MCP is going to be used for both news reading and also hosting. You're going to have like multiple cameras around you. So SCP is the single camera production where you have to only focus on one camera at one time. So that's why when you appear on the camera during your live reporting, you must know how to behave accordingly. There are a few rules. Okay, I'm going to touch a little bit on single camera production when you do your live reporting. Okay, when you want to interview the guest, like I told you just now, actually you, when you no longer face the camera, as you're going to turn your body a little bit to face your guest then, okay, like I mentioned to you, don't let your hands cross the camera view because you just allow your hands to be viewed by the audience. So it's going to be very disturbing. When you do a live reporting, you might want to show the audience the situation of your location, maybe certain areas of the location. For example, you want to show the audience how crowded the place is. So you're going to ask the camera to pan to a certain direction, or maybe ask the camera to follow you. Okay, come here, as you want, as I just want to show you, blah, 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 blah. So you ask the camera to follow you at the back. But make sure when you do that, you have to make sure that you maintain your front side of the body facing the camera, not your back side of the body. Even though you ask the camera to follow you around, never show your butts to the audience, okay? Because that's very improper. And also when you are in the studio, like for news reading and hosting, it won't be a problem for you because you just have to be yourself, because the camera, the multiple camera there will do its role to capture whatever angle of you. So that's when you are using the MCP, the multiple camera production. We call that as that, multiple camera production. That one you have to follow the producer's instruction. But bear in mind that you might be asked by the producer to do certain reacts too. What is the react? Some sort of, a facial expression, especially when the guests start talking. Maybe the producer may want you to give certain gestures, like a nod, okay, a nod, a smile, a serious face, for being too attentive, listening to your guests and whatnot. For news reading, you're going to use the different camera too after the commercial break. Maybe your producer want to change the angle. Maybe for the first lot of your news, the camera only focuses on your face because you are sitting. But for the second slot of the news itself, producer wants you to stand up. Maybe he might use a different camera to capture you. So as I told you, on the live reporting, they're going to use the SCP for both. But for both news reading and hosting, they're going to use MCP. Okay, next is this one. Okay, for the news reading, reporting, and also hosting, all of them, you can do either alone or also you can pair up. Okay, but for hosting, we have this specific term we call our partner as a compare. Okay, we call our partner as compare. That's not my colleague, that's not my partner. Okay, you just have to say that it's compare. So my compare for today is blah blah blah. Okay, so compare means that your partner. So that's a technical term for in hosting. Okay, so okay, next we move on to this one. Okay, qualities of a good, where's this one? Wait, next. Okay, next we go to the method of like qualities. Wait, where is it? Where's the qualities part? Okay, let me highlight to you to the types of hosting that we have. Okay, we have formal style and we have informal style. So for formal style, we have the hot talk, discussion, forum kind of hosting. And for the informal, we have the entertainment show, of course, and leisure talk show, human interest, kids, game show, sports show, reality show, and whatnot. Okay, so I think you guys already understand about this. And yeah, the same like news reading and also live reporting as well. The platform for hosting, it can be either on radio, on TV, social media, and online news portal too. Okay, next, qualities of a good host. Yeah, okay, more or less the criteria also the same like for how a good reporter should be, and except I just put a little bit on the sense of humor here. Okay, to make your program lively, it's okay for you to joke around during the discussion with your guests, so you can make your not to be so serious like all the time. You can joke around too. Okay, just small jokes you can crack on during the program itself. Okay, so now since we are camera etiquette, I think I already explained that in the live reporting part. Okay, now we move further on the stages of reporting. Okay, the same like live reporting as well. It has 3 stages. Okay, for the pre-hosting part. First of all, do a thorough research on the given topic and also background of the guest. And also the background of the guest. This is so important because of what? Because the guest is going to stick with you for the whole program. So you have to really know who your guest is. Do a little bit, not a little bit, do a thorough research on your guest too, because that's going to help you a lot when you are hosting the program. And the rule of thumb is that you have to, when you become the host, actually you become the master of the issue itself. That's why research is very important. You're going to lead the conversation and also be in charge of the conversation itself. So you have to be smart and look smart, because audience can tell. Actually, a host, it requires a smart people, a smart people to handle the program. And of course, you have to discuss if you need to do the co-hosting. Okay, if you have a compare, of course, you have to discuss with your partner beforehand about the topic. Who's going to ask which question and etc. And also at the same time, you need to get some chemistry with your partner too. Okay, so you need to mix around and get to know your compare first before you actually hosting on air. And also it's very important for you because this is one of the ways for you to conduct the hosting in a harmonious situation. Actually, you must know your partner very well. You have to be careful because your partner sometimes tend to be quite dominant, because you will at the end of the day you will look otherwise in front of the camera itself, like as a less functioning person and not smart enough if your compare be more dominant as compared to you. So the ugly truth is that your partner in a hosting program can be a very what we call that, threatening competitor to you during the hosting itself. So you have to be careful. Okay, so even though the producer already prepared script for you in the RO, like I told you before, you had to back up with your own talking points too, and also other kind of question like Miss Lavinia asked me just now. So yeah, that's where you need the questions to back up. Okay, because maybe the interviewees might not respond accordingly, not like what you anticipated before. So you need to prepare another questions until you get what you want. Okay, so just in case that and also just in case that the conversation itself it'll change in terms of its direction too. The direction of the conversation leads to other similar contexts, so you need to do a lot of research on that. Next, you also really need to study the RO too. Yes, you have to go through the RO because that's going to guide you the whole hosting period. So be alert of the time allocation provided for each slot, especially for the commercial break to come in or any other kind of transition or adjustment by the producer. And if possible, like I told you, even though the compare can be, your competitor, but try your best. Okay, try your best to cooperate well with your compare, and if possible, try to be a good team player for one another. Okay, so next, choose the comfortable attire. When you're at this certain level in this broadcasting world, you can actually tell the wardrobe team if you are not comfortable with certain attire. So you can make a choice because you are the one who's going to face the camera, who's going to appear on TV, who's going to face millions of viewers probably. So you decide on what is the best for you. You can request for that. Maybe you feel that the attire doesn't really fit you, makes you feel like, feel not so much confidence by wearing that. So you can request to change. And last but not least, know your guests and also mix around with them first before you appear on air. So I guess that your guests might also have the same intention like you. They want to mix around with you too and to get some chemistry with each other and make your hosting program a breakthrough at the end of the day. Okay, next we move on to the while hosting, what you have to do. So this is where at the moment of your reporting, you have to be ready on the ad hoc things that happen that time. Same like when you are doing your news reading or your live reporting. You're going to listen to the latest instruction from the producer inside here in your earpiece, okay, and act accordingly. So be ready when your producer tells you about the changes in the RO itself, about the flow of the program, such as putting your show up due to the sudden commercial breaks or breaking news or whatnot, or any other sudden transition to other segments suddenly, and adding or dropping unnecessary questions and whatnot, cutting off the conversations due to time constraint and whatnot. You have to really rely on your producer. And apart from that, you must also be ready on an unexpected incident that might occur. Maybe during that time when you appear on air as a host and suddenly you receive bad news, probably the loss of your loved ones. This is actually a true story that I'm telling you. I got this from my Sipu in Icon Siarawan, from Mr. Suhaimi Muhammad, if you know him. Actually, now he's already with Bernama. He said that he got news about the loss of his mother while hosting a hard talk show in RTM. The program was Dialogue, if you ever watch one. So Dialogue with Mr. Suhaimi Muhammad at the time. So he reminded us too, when this kind of accident happened, this is your responsibility to keep acting in a very professional manner. Don't show your sadness yet, just leave it behind. Keep it to your heart first. Okay, all those things, whatever personal matters that come at that moment, just leave it behind. Everything that matters the most right now is the guest, is the program that you are conducting, and also the million viewers that might be watching you right now. As I mentioned earlier, so yeah, so you have to be professional. The key here is that you have to be professional. Okay, so that's what he reminded all of us during the Icon Siarawan program. Okay, being in this job is not that easy. Sometimes you have to, to fake a little bit, because people can only see you, what you're doing on the screen itself. They don't know what happened behind you. So whatever, if you appear good, then they will say that, oh, it's good. Then if you appear not that good, very bad, then they will assume, take it as bad thing. So yeah, you have to, the key is that you have to keep your professional manner. Okay, while you are one of the, one of us in broadcasting. Okay, and also you have to be careful in terms of the, like I mentioned just now, your guests can be very talkative and tend to dominate the conversation. So yeah, you must know how to cut off the conversation in a very proper manner. Okay, so and next is that also you have to be alert on which camera is used, as in the studio where the MCP is used. You have to and then apart from that, okay, this one I already explained just now. And also apart from that, you have to maintain good voice projection too, and maintain good body posture. Maintain your eye contact with both guests and also the camera, and address the guests accordingly and consistently. You can't be like, okay, Datuk and then Tuan and then Datuk again and then Tuan and whatnot. So you will look so confused. So you have to address your guests accordingly, okay? And else you will end up being so confused and unprepared, okay? And next, be confident, be well versed on the issue and own the show. As a host, you must own the show. The program is yours. The show is yours. So you have to know every single thing, what's going on, even though you have the producer behind you, your boss. But the thing is that all the content, all the background issue, you have to know more as compared to them. So that's how you own the show. And also you have to be efficient with the time management as well. Be alert of the time given to you, okay? Because it's already stated in the running order itself. And also the latest instruction from the producer. And also you have to know to master the technique of Q&A and cut off the conversation in a proper manner. Because due to this time constraint, I cannot teach you further about this. But we did learn during our Icon Sierra 1 program. That's why for hosting only, we learned this topic for 3 weeks, only for hosting. Live reporting for another 3 weeks. News reading for another 2 weeks. So yeah, so but today, ironically, we need to compress everything. So yeah, so but whatever it is, okay, I try my best to give whatever, to deliver to you what are the essentials thing about this live reporting and also hosting. Okay, next, I'm going to proceed with this one. Okay, post hosting. Okay, so as a good host, actually, you have to get feedback from the producer and also your co-host or your compare at the end of the session itself, because that's how you can develop yourself professionally. You have to discuss on what kind of improvements that it should be made for the next show, and do get some contacts from the guests. Okay, that's how that's for your future career advancements too. Being a host in this industry will give you a chance, opportunity to meet with many people and be close with them, with big shots, important people. So that's the thing that you will never get from other type of career, I guess. So take that as as an opportunity for you. Okay, make contacts with people. Okay, so yeah, now I'm going to show you the script development. Okay, how we're going to develop script for hosting. So the one I'm gonna share with you is the notes on the hosting, where the topic is on the corona divorce. Okay, I got a problem again. Okay. I try to share the screen. Okay, but before that, while I'm figuring out what I should do. Okay, you guys can ask me a question if there is any question there. Any question, guys?
Miss, I want to ask you a question, please.
Yeah, sure. May I know who are you?
Rizwan.
Oh, Rizwan again. Wow. Wow, that's good. Yeah, Rizwan.
About how to deal with how to deal with talkative guests. Can you give me an example of a line that won't be rude so that the guest won't be offended? Thank you.
Okay. Oh, okay. So something like this. Maybe you can say, oh, okay. Okay, yeah, Dato. I'm sure that you have a lot to share with us, and we're all excited to hear more from you. But maybe take a break for a while and come back after this. Okay. So something like that. You just make it like, sometimes you can be cruel a little bit, but at the same time, that's your responsibility. Okay. So you cannot, in terms of the time management, you really have to be on time when you are hosting a program. Okay. If not, you get scolded by the producer there. because it involves the commercial break, and then commercial break, they are actually paying for your TV station, so you cannot like just for the sake of your own program, so they cannot like appear, the commercial break cannot appear accordingly within the time frame given. So you have to be this is a very serious matter actually. So that's the most polite, I guess, that we can give. So you just cut it off like that. So at the end of the day, I think the guests will understand too. So don't worry. Okay, is there any other question? Okay, before I'm sharing my notes. Any other question? Now I can see everybody's face. Nazira Nazri. Kim Zikri. Hi. Darsh. Owen. Okay. Hi. And then Lavina. Rizwan. Yeah, Rizwan, I know already.
Okay, Ms. Zaira, we have a question in the chat box.
Oh, okay.
From Lok Mi Wan from Polytechnic Tuanku, Site Sirajuddin.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
I would like to know the opposite situation of having talkative guests. How to manage when we are having a guest that being nervous or hesitate to answer the questions.
Oh, okay. Good question. Thank you so much.
Okay.
That's why I said, okay, back to Miss Lavinia's question just now. Do we need to prepare the backup questions? That's where you have to prepare the backup questions. Because, okay, that's going to be quite a problem, okay, for you if you know that the guests don't know how to answer your question, or maybe just provides you with a very little information that you rather than what you are expecting for. So this matter, you have to keep asking. There is no other way, but you have to keep asking her. But maybe you can simplify your questions. Maybe sometimes the interviewer might not answer your question due to this. Maybe they don't really understand what you are asking. So you have to try to simplify your questions. Try to get to the question that you intended to ask him or her. Okay, so that is where you have to prepare with the backup. Okay, so yeah, am I answering your question? That's the only way. Keep prompting, keep asking, keep simplifying your question. Thank you. Okay, any more questions, guys?
Okay, Ms. Zaira, I think you can proceed with the next topic.
Oh, okay, cool. Okay, now I'm going to show you my notes on this one, on the hosting program, which I created myself. Okay. Where is it? Common script sample. I think this is the one. Okay, guys, can you see now? Can you see now, guys?
No.
No.
Huh? Oh no. Okay. The same problem again. So okay, let me. Okay, the same problem. Oh my God. So yeah, same problem again. Okay, I'll try again. Okay, just hold on, guys. Okay, just hold on. Okay, where is it? Library, and then this one from a script sample. Okay, can you guys see this?
Yes, we can see whiteness.
Oh, okay. Maybe it might take some time.
No, I think you need to scroll up.
Okay, guys, can you see now?
Yes.
Okay, that's great. Okay, so this is the hosting script basically. Okay, the topic, this is a hot talk show. Okay, the topic is on the corona divorce, and it's gonna be 1 hour talk show. And type of hosting is a formal style. Okay, because it's a hot talk. Okay, more or less, but it's quite, it's not like hot talk like 100%. So it's quite you know, semi hot talk. It's more to it semi hot talk, because this is more to a women's show. Okay, so host. Okay, when you become a host, you must have your own style in delivering the issue, like the same like live reporting as well. So you have to be yourself. You have to come up with your own style, not to read. You are not reading anything here. You have to be yourself. You have to say whatever you think of. Okay, so that's how you do your this one, the hosting. Okay, so first of all, as a host, you have to do the opening. So this is the sample of the opening remarks that you can do. Okay, for example, the tone of this hosting program, you can be like, okay, very happening, you know, in the beginning. Hi, assalamualaikum and good morning, Malaysia. You are now watching Women's Dilemma as usual with me, Zaira with Zakaria. So here you go. Today's topic is going to be hot potato, as we are focusing on an interesting yet a quite worrying issue concerning the impact of COVID-19 pandemic on social matter, which is on family institution. The corona divorce has been trending in many platforms of submit since 2020. So here you give a little bit of the background issue first before you highlight the topic that you're going to talk about. And also you can support with facts to show how significant the topic is by providing the statistic, the figures, something like this. Almost 80,000 divorce cases have been filed at courts across the country throughout the COVID-19 pandemic period between March 2020 till last month. And ironically, this issue is getting more critical during this pandemic. Believe it or not, life under the new normal is seen to have impacted several aspects of life, especially the family institution, rooted from mental, emotional, financial, social factors, and many other factors. And this scenario has led to emotional stress such as anxiety, nervousness, and worry, especially during the third COVID-19 pandemic wave. So when this happened, and then after that, you lead your opening remarks to the topic of the day that you want to talk about. So when this happened, many couples find it hard to control their temper. And that is where they started to have problems in their marriage, which ultimately lead to divorce. Okay, so that's how you start. So it's not going to be like, okay, so when this happened, many couples, okay, you have to deliver it with full of emotion. Like I told you just now, you're going to own the show. So you have to deliver it with full of heart. Okay, that's how the message can get into your audience. Okay, so, and then that's where you're going to state the topic. Next, you can say something like, okay, well, there's a topic for today that we'd like to focus on. The divorce during pandemic, or is now popularly known as corona divorce on social media. Okay, and then after that, normally if you have this kind of hot talk show program, you will be, you know, you will keep mentioning about the live streaming that's going on at the same time. Okay, so something like this. But before we go further to our audience out there, you can also watch us live on our Facebook Women's Dilemma right now. And do send us any comments or questions that you want to ask later. Okay, and then after that, you start to introduce and also welcome the guests. So to discuss further about our topic on corona divorce, so we have two guests here in our studio today. So it's now my pleasure. So you can like face the guests at the same time and also face the camera. So the same like live reporting just now, you have to face to both the camera and also the guests. So it's now my pleasure to introduce our first guest today, who is Encik Musa Awang, the Association President of the Persatuan Peguam Syari'i Malaysia. Assalamualaikum, Cik. Okay, and beside him is Puan Aminah Hashim, or maybe Puan Aminah is going to be at this right side. Okay, so Puan Aminah Hashim was willing to share with us about her marriage failure, which happened exactly during this pandemic period, where she truly hopes that many people can learn a lot of moral lessons from her divorce experience. So how are you, Puan? And blah, blah, blah. So you just break the ice a little bit with the guests, okay, before you actually start the discussion. And anyway, thanks to both of you for joining us today in Women's Dilemma Talk Show. So you will keep mentioning about the program because that's where you're going to, you know, you're supposed to highlight of the program itself. That's how you commercialize your programs. So keep mentioning about it. Okay, and then also keep mentioning about to make it streaming. To make it trending on the social media too. Okay, next. Okay, so that's when you're going to start interviewing the first guest. So normally, you're going to start interviewing with you can start interviewing the guest who have who is what we call that authority. Okay, the experts first before the public. Okay, or the normal people. Okay, so you start with authorities first. So like Encik Musa here from the Persatuan Peguam Syari'i Malaysia. Okay, so first of all, I'd like to ask Encik Musa first. Okay, corona divorce has largely been a worldwide phenomenon. So make sure your face facing the guest and also facing the camera interchangeably. Not just in Malaysian context, but also nationwide. Okay, it was also reported that the global divorce rate have more than doubled from 2.6 divorces for every 1,000 married couple to 5.5. And indeed, this ongoing pandemic has brought changes in social behavior and does take a toll on relationship. So, Encik Musa, based on this statistic, what do you think of the factors or reasons that contribute to this scenario? Okay, so, you know, okay, you can start with the question with some facts too when you are asking the authorities or the experts, because they are the experts. They will surely know the answer. So, and also at the same time, you also have to show your smartness, your clever, you know, your clever part as well when you become a host. Only the person who becomes a host, actually, he or she is a very smart person. Okay, it's not like, you know, biasa-biasa punya orang. So it's a very smart person. Okay, so you have to do your research. How to be like this, how to be knowledgeable, how to look smart on TV when you are hosting program. There's no other way unless you have to do your research. You must be knowledgeable by doing a lot of research. Okay, next. And then after you do the normally after you do the introduction and then the interview the first guest, then you're going to okay, stop for a while, take a break because you're going to give way to commercial break. And then after that, only for the first slot with one guest only, and then you proceed with the to announce the commercial break. Well, what a comprehensive. Okay, back to Mr. Rizwan's question just now. I'm going to maybe Cik Musa just not talk too much, so that's where you can cut off the conversation. Okay, so you can say something like this. Okay, well, what a comprehensive explanation. Okay, well, okay, something like that. Well, and then blah 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 blah. So that person is talking, and then you can say, oh well, Encik Musa. Okay, what a comprehensive explanation from you regarding this matter. And I believe that many of us might get more excited to hear further from us. But we need to take a break and stay tuned, guys. Okay, just like that. Make it short, simple, and a very in a professional manner. Okay, then that comes the second slot after the commercial break. And then that's where you're going to welcome the audience back to the show and proceed with the next guest again. That one, you can proceed with the maybe the normal people. Okay, so, and again, when you come back, you have to mention the show again to keep it trending. Like I mentioned to you, when you are hosting particular program, you have to keep mentioning it like over and over again so that people will notice, and maybe people, the audience who just watch you know what the program is all about. So you can say something like this. Welcome back, everyone, and you're still with me, Zakaria, on Women's Dilemma Talk Show. Okay, just now we already notified about the factors of corona divorce as mentioned by Encik Musa, but right now we want to hear ourselves from one of the people who experienced this life-changing experience, the corona divorce, just recently. So let's now go to Puan Aminah. And Puan Aminah, you know, she's the victim. She's one of the, you know, people affected by this scenario, the corona divorce. So maybe you can tone down a little bit your what we call that, the tone of the conversation itself. You can tone down a little bit, okay, when you come to a particular guest. Okay, so first of all, when you back to Puan Aminah, first of all, what you have to say, you have to thank the person. So Puan Aminah, first of all, thanks so much for being with us today. So for your information, Puan Aminah has got divorced 4 months ago, and I believe that you might not be over it yet, Puan Aminah, but it's in time. We feel so glad you're still willing to be with us today and share your story. Okay, so like I mentioned to you just now, you have to face like interchangeably with the camera and also with the with Puan Aminah too. And I believe that so Puan Aminah, and then you proceed with the question. So Puan Aminah, I believe that when a person gets married, never in a million years would he or she think that it would become part of that statistic. But unfortunately, this unwanted incident has happened to you right now. Well, as saying goes, marriage is indeed a gamble, right? So something like that you can say. And also, so Puan Aminah, would you like to share with us how did it happen actually, and what are the grounds of your divorce and whatever? Okay, you can proceed with the questions to Puan Aminah. Okay, so maybe Puan Aminah might have shared with us her sad story about what happened and whatnot. And as a host, to show that how you are the person who can feel the situation, the moment, and also feel the story that's told by your guests. You can give some sort of words of encouragement as well. For this one depends on the context or the topic that you are hosting. Okay, like in this topic, you can say so to make it more, engaging, to make it more like as a host, you feel the situation too. You are a good listener, so you can give your responses with something like this, word of encouragement. All right, Puan Aminah, I know it must be a tough moment for you right now, and we hope that you can cope with this well. And thanks so much for sharing with us. And then you back to the first guest just now. Okay, this is where you can start to go deeper into discussion and also ask more critical questions. So you can connect from one guest to another by relating the common ground of the discussion with each other. So the example is like this. You can relate what are the response from Puan Aminah just now and at the same time you highlight certain facts. Yeah, that's how you do when you're asking the experts. So, well, I'd like to know, Encik Musa, regarding the National Population and Family Development Board, it was found that 80% of marriage couples began to experience economic and mental pressures during the third wave of the pandemic, blah, blah. And it was revealed. Actually, guys, okay, I hope you're okay with that. I also read this because I want you to see the delivery style as well. So is that okay with the participants? I'm afraid that you might get bored.
No. This is more fun.
Oh, this is more fun. Okay, thank you for your response, Mr. Rizwan. Oh, okay, because I want you to differentiate in terms of the delivery style among the news reading, the live reporting, and also this hosting. So that's how you do. Okay, so you can provide with the fact as well. It was revealed that 28% of the married couples said that their economic situation had worsened and skyrocketed during this period compared to the earlier MCOs. Okay, you talk and then also you face the camera at the same time. And at this time, maybe the MCP around you, the camera over here, over there, will capture your angle, whatever angle that you are doing at that time. So you just don't care about that, okay? Just be confident that that time you are beautiful, you are handsome enough, so you don't care about that. So you just proceed with the content only, okay? You don't actually, when you are accepted to be part of the broadcasting world or a TV part, you have to be confident that your appearance, you don't have much problem in your appearance already. This is what my Sifu said in the Icon Serawan too. Means that you are approved, okay? You are approved already. Means that in terms of the appearance, your beauty and your, whatever physical appearance means that you're good already. So you just have to focus here to fit yourself in here, not to worry too much about your physical appearance, Here, this is the one that matters the most, especially for the host. You have to be very knowledgeable. Okay, so back to the style. Okay, it was revealed that 28% of the married couples said that their economic situation had worsened and blah, blah, blah. So as in, Puan Aminah's situation just now. So you have to link, the response from the first guest to the second guest. So make it like, you have to make it like there's a connection there, okay? Because that's what you do as a mediator, okay? So you're going to concern to all both sides of the story from your guests. So as in Puan Aminah's situation, we also found that her main reason is due to financial reason, as she and her ex-husband lost their jobs during pandemic. So from the case you handle, is the financial problem during this pandemic truly a main factor which leads to the coronavirus, Mr. Musa? Okay, so from what you have, okay, so there's the example for that. Okay, so and then you can ask more question, like more critical one to that person. So from what you have explained just now, because this is a hard talk, so you can be more critical, be more deeper, because it shows your image too. You are smart. Okay, so from what you have explained just now, are you associating the number of divorce case with the length of the lockdown period itself? So you can be a provocative a little bit. You can be, but not too much. You can be provocative a little bit, but not too much. Okay, so something like that is okay. It's acceptable. Like the longer the MCO imposed, the higher the corona divorce cases would be. So you ask him his personal opinion regarding this issue, and also blah blah blah. So that's end the second slot. So now it's the time again to go for the commercial break. So that's how it goes. So thanks for the explanation, Encik Musa. So I'm sure our audience would like to hear more after this. So to our audience out there, when you are addressing your audience, make sure you look straight on the camera itself. So to our audience out there, don't forget to watch our live stream on Facebook, Women's Dilemma, and keep sending us your comments, questions there. We're going to read those towards the end of our show. So let's go to our commercial break for a while, and we'll be right back. Okay, so something like that. So commercial break, and then third session, because this is an hour. So this one, after this for your competition, maybe you can only have, I think maybe 2 sessions only. Okay, so yeah, so I think that's enough for you. I think if I'm not mistaken, your show cannot be more than 10 minutes, right? Right, guys? Your hosting.
We're not sure about it yet.
Oh, you don't know about the rule yet? Oh, I see. Okay, if I'm not mistaken, it's not gonna be too long. It's like this, but yeah, never mind. So after you get the rules, whatever it is, I hope that you will know how to cut off. Okay, so this one is quite long actually. So and then third session, welcome back the audience again. Always welcome back again once you appear for another slot of your program. So welcome back everyone, and thank you for still being with us on Women's Dilemma show. And today's topic is on coronavirus. Okay, blah 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 blah. I think it's not necessary. So fourth session. Okay, last session. Okay, so I just skip the third session and straight away go to the fourth session. So welcome back guys, and thank you for sticking around with us on Women's Dilemma show with me, Zaira Zakaria. So for those who are watching us right now, feel free to contact us to any questions by dialing our hotline number 1300-882-525, or do send us comments or question on Facebook page Women's Dilemma, and I'll read your comments shortly. Okay, now it looks like we have an audience. Okay, normally for this kind of hot talk show program, you're gonna have the audience either via phone or also via the social media. So if it's on the phone, so yeah, you're going to answer that. Okay, for example, like this one. Okay, it looks like we have an audience on the phone. Puan Azalia from Teluk Intan. Okay, yes, Puan Azalia. When you're talking to the guest on the phone, make sure you just look straight on the camera. Okay, because she's there watching you. You may proceed with the question. Okay, please. Okay, well, thanks Puan Azalia, and then Puan Azalia gave you the question, and then well, thanks Puan Azalia for the question. This question is specifically dedicated to Puan Amina. Okay, so maybe the guests on the phone want to ask a particular, certain guests with you. So maybe Puan Amina. Okay, so you can say that way, specifically dedicated to Puan Amina. If it's not due to the pandemic, you and your ex will still have stable income. So would you think that you will still stay in the marriage? Okay, so Puan Amina, may we know your feedback regarding this matter? Okay, so, and then after that, you thank the guest again and respond to other question too. Okay, and then also you're going to read the question on the social media, on the Facebook page, for example. So from Awan Biru, okay, so we have Awan Biru here, would like to ask, what are the rules and procedures to file the divorce cases in court during pandemic? And does it take longer as usual? Okay, so I pass this question to Encik Musa. So please, Encik Musa. Okay, so thank you for so much for your thorough explanation on the procedures regarding the filing of divorce cases during pandemic, Encik Musa. So well, guys, it looks like we are running out of time. So after that, after you answer all the questions from your audience outside, it's time for you to do the wrap up. Okay, as a host, you must come up with a very strong wrap up. Okay, brief yet comprehensive and strong, powerful one, because that's going to, you know, to conclude the whole story, what you can understand from that. Okay, if possible, try to come up with a powerful one. Well, guys, it looks like we are running out of time right now, and that wraps up our show for today. I hope this topic can benefit you in many ways and able to create some sort of awareness that Corona is real and the Corona divorce is also real. In the pandemic period has become a tough moment for everyone. So many people have been affected in many ways, but whatever it is so important, especially for the married couple, you know, to stay positive, to keep supporting each other during these turbulent times. And also I like to take this opportunity to, okay, first of all, there are three parties that you have to thank for, okay? First, number one is you have to thank the guests with you, the guests. Okay, I like to take this opportunity to thank both of our guests today, Cik Musa and also Podamina, okay, for joining our show. And normally for the Hot Talk Show program, you will have the sponsors. So never ever neglect your sponsors. You have to mention that on TV, okay? It's very important because they're going to sponsor you, your program financially. So you have to thank them. So also thank you to all the sponsors today, Prima Valley for our attires, Lantra Creative for our studio furniture, and also Bismillah Gathering for our lunch today. And also, don't forget to thank to your audience on your social media too. So you cannot neglect this. So most importantly, thanks so much to our audience who are watching us. Okay, those the audience on the TV and also the audience on the social media. Okay, either on TV or Facebook live streaming. Thank you so much for your support and keep us trending by using the hashtag Women's Dilemma on TV10. So don't forget for our next show on the exact day and time next week. Till we meet again. Assalamualaikum. Okay, that's all. Okay, is that okay if I stop for a while because there's azan going on here?
Yes.
Of course,
Yes,
miss.
yes, sure.
Okay. Thank you. Hi, welcome back, everyone.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Hi. Okay, so guys, is there any question that you
Hello.
want to ask me? Actually, I intended to do sort of activities with you, but I am not sure whether we have enough time or not, because yeah, the activity actually I want you guys to come up with your own script. So I'm going to give you the situation and I'm going to come up with your own script, and especially for the live reporting. But yeah, I'm not sure whether we have time for that, because if you can present in front of me so that I can give you some sort of feedback, so you will know where the mistakes are then. But yeah, I don't think that we have time, or
Okay,
or maybe you
Zaira,
want.
if let's say you need more
Yes.
time, you can extend up until 5 p.m.
Oh really? Oh okay,
Yeah.
then that's
We
cool.
don't mind.
So okay. So
Okay.
before we proceed with the activities, okay, thank you guys. So before we proceed with the
welcome.
activities, okay. So is there any question, guys, that you want to ask me?
Miss Zaira, I do have a question for you.
Yeah, sure. Who's that?
So my name is Mas. I'm from Polytechnic Kota Baru. I
Oh,
really love
Mas
your
Asulina.
energy.
Mas
Yes, I
Asulina.
really like your
Hi.
energy. So how do you channel your energy into the show as a host? How do you make it up to it? It's really good. It's really nice. You know, you make people like wake up. So what is your tip for that? I'm really
Oh,
impressed.
okay, the tips. Okay, the energy. Okay, how do I get my energy from, right? I think whatever it is, it must come from your passion. Okay, your
And you
passion.
do have a lot of patience. You do have a lot of patience in this industry. That is the number one key, is it? You have to have an
I
interest.
would say so, because actually my passion in this broadcasting world started when I was 8 years old already. During that age, actually, I love watching. Watching news already, TV3, and also RTM, TV1. I love watching that. I love watching the news reader style of delivering, and then also I love watching news as a whole. No matter, I mean, in terms of the and also talk show program. I love watching that too. I don't know. I think I'm quite young for that, but I don't know. I'm very into TV that time since I was young. So even to the extent that when I played around with my childhood friends, I always ask them to be. I force them to be my audience. So yeah, so I will pretend to be the news reader or the host and whatnot, and then make them to be my guests or whatever, and also make them to be my audience. So I think the passion into this broadcasting world already in me since I was young. Actually, if you have this kind of passion, I think you should go for it, because broadcasting line, I think it's very open. It can accept you, whoever you are, what kind of background you are. Because like me myself, I'm a Thessalian, supposedly I'm only a teacher. I'm teaching English, but at the same time, due to my highest determination and also willingness to join this field, so yeah, I got that opportunity. To tell you the truth is that I got married quite early, like when I was 23 years old. So that time I ever thought that maybe I will never achieve my dream already, because I got into marriage already. So I don't think that I should have this kind of uh, what we call dream, to pursue my dream in this broadcasting world. But I don't know, maybe because I think whatever is the determination, also the passion in me, that brought me to this. So in 2014, when I was 27 years old, I only got the opportunity to enter this broadcasting world at the age of 27. So you guys, you're still young. So what I would like to say to you is that you will never stop pursuing your dreams, because if you ever read of the law of attraction, because I think as for me personally, I just want to share with you, I always keep thinking about it, Like, okay, one day, I don't know, even though that I don't see any chances or any opportunities for me to go into this broadcasting line at that time at all, I never see. But the thing is that inside me telling me that I'll get to that one day, but I don't know in what way, how it will come to me. So, but I think that the belief in me that, and then the thoughts here, maybe, yeah, the law of attraction, you keep thinking about it, you put your heart to it, and at the end of the day, you'll get what you want. So this is also one of my dreams actually, and Alhamdulillah, I'm still in this industry till now, even though I'm just doing it for part-time, but I'm so happy with that. Yeah. So yeah, so from there, maybe the energy will come like naturally. So yeah, so for those who have this kind of, the same interest like me, like, your dream also want to be part of our, broadcasting line. So please pursue your dream. You guys are still young, so there must be ways for that. Okay. Okay. Any other thing that you wanna ask me?
Thank you for sharing, Zaira.
Yeah, sure. My pleasure. My pleasure. Nice to meet you guys. Okay. Any other questions before we proceed with the activity? Okay, okay. If you don't have question, then I'll ask question for you. Is that okay? Okay, be honest, okay? Does anybody here have the, the same interest like me, having to be in this broadcasting line? I'm sure that you are majoring in different fields, right? Not just in one particular. Yeah, I can see somebody raise up hands there. Yeah. So how do you how do you enter this broadcasting world? First of all, I just want to give you a tip. Just be alert of any kind of open edition organized by any TV station organization, and including the government TV station too, because they will keep doing the open audition from time to time. You can just simply go. I joined this broadcasting line also through an open audition, like I told you before, in the Icon Sarawak. Yeah, I joined for the audition for that too. So that's where I started my career in this broadcasting. So you just never give up, Actually, before that, I joined a lot of audition too, but I wasn't, I was rejected. I was rejected like so many times before I managed to be where I am right now. Okay, so before that, so many things. I started joining this open audition when I was 16. The first one when I joined the open audition by RTM Terengganu, because I'm from Terengganu. And then that one, that time, if I'm not mistaken, okay, the judge was the late partner, if you know, Mr. Farid Ismail. He used to be my sifu actually, okay, because he's the one who trained me for the Berita Dunia. And at that time, never come across to my mind that I'm going to be his protege in Berita Dunia, So, yeah, so it's not, dream is something that it's not impossible for you to achieve. Okay, if you have this determination, if you work for that, it will come to you just like that. I started to join the audition, many kinds of audition organized by various TV station. I as long as I got to know, okay, there's an audition there, then I just try myself. It's a process of learning as well. When you go for the audition, you will learn what your mistakes are. Okay, so because you're gonna get the feedback from the judge, so you will know that, okay, why you are not chosen. Okay, so you will improve. Starting from there, then you will improve. Okay, so yeah, never give up and try your best to join any kind of audition outside. And now, Alhamdulillah, I can make this broadcasting line as my part-time job. Okay, so it's another source of income as well. See, apart from your passion. Okay, so anything, guys?
Okay, Miss Zaira, I think I saw one person who would like to ask a question. Alina Liana just now.
Yeah, sure.
Alina, if I'm not mistaken, Alina Liana.
Okay, yeah.
Are you there? Alina Liana, are you still there? If not, I would like to open to for another participants. If you have any question, Miracle Heart.
Hi.
Yes.
Hi, Ms. Zaira. I'm Sarnia from Polytechnic Shah Alam.
Hi, Mira. Hi.
I'd like to ask a question regarding talk show.
Yes.
Okay, let's say we have a partner that is really quiet and we doesn't want to look like we are dominating the entire show. So what can we do to avoid that? To make our partner to talk something?
Oh, sorry. Oh my God, I can't really hear you. Okay, can you repeat your question, please?
Let's say we have a partner that is really quiet.
Yeah.
For talk show. And we doesn't want to look like we are dominating the entire show. So what can we do to make our partner to speak up something?
Okay. Thank you. Good question from Miss Ariana. What was that? What's the name?
Sarinya.
Okay. Sarinya. Okay. Thank you so much for the question. Okay. If you have a partner that doesn't, who doesn't talk that much. Okay. So the thing is that you don't have to be cruel. Don't be dominant then. Try to involve him still. Like for example, like okay, so to involve the question, like to get some sort of reconfirmation from that person. All right, Amina, for example, Amina is going to be your compare, for example. Right, Amina, so you get to look at her and then you get some sort of reassurance from her. So that's how you invite her indirectly to join you in that conversation, to include in the conversation too. But normally, I don't think that there's gonna be like you're gonna get the compare that maybe that person cannot be talkative enough, but not to the extent that he cannot talk at all, or keep silent like all the way. It's just maybe that person tend to be quiet, maybe due to certain reasons. Why maybe that person not that prepared enough. So that's how you
Miss Zaira, you okay? Miss Zaira? Your line is breaking up, Miss Zaira.
help your okay. Testing. Can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm just okay right now.
Okay.
Okay. Can you guys hear me?
Okay, now okay.
Okay.
We can try one more time. Okay.
Maybe because of the call that I get. Okay. All right, guys. Okay. Did I answer your question just now? Miss. Yes. Oh, you want me to repeat? Yeah. So don't be cruel. Okay, try to make that person to to participate, to involve in the question by getting some sort of reconfirmation from that. Say, okay, right, Amina. So as I said just now, right, Amina, something like that. Okay, so and then maybe you give some sort of hint. That is why it is very important for you and your compare to develop some sort of chemistry before you on air itself. Okay, so from there you will know what kind of person she is or he is. So it's going to be, it's going to be very helpful when you are working together. Getting the chemistry if you are co-hosting, okay? Just bear in your mind with that. So we'll know, you will get the idea how you're going to hint your partner then, okay? All right, thank you for the question. Yes, Miss Dash. Miss Dash, right? Okay, yeah, you can proceed, Miss Dash.
Yes, hi.
Hi.
Darshini from Polytechnic Muazzam Shah.
Hi, Miss
I would like to ask a question about the talk show.
Yes.
Physical one and the second one is virtual one. First question, the physical part is, let's say I'm the host, the only host, and I've done some digging, a thorough background check. Like let's say I'm giving an example of I'm interviewing Datuk Sri Najib Tun Razak. There's a lot of problems going on, and I would like, as a citizen, I would like to ask a lot of questions from him. Let's say the question that I'm asking is intriguing him. Is that like, will he consider to answer, or will that still be on the live show or not? Like the show is going on live, and I'm asking that question. Like, will the show still continue, or will there be a commercial break or something?
Okay, sorry. Because of the line, maybe if I cannot really hear you clearly, but from what I heard, okay, are you asking me about the certain question that might not be proper to be asked? Is that what you meant?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Okay, normally, okay, for your information, guys, okay, good question, Miss Dashini. Okay, for your information, normally when we're going to ask the minister, for example, right? Because I got this from my husband too. So he is working as a reporter at RTM too, and for the general desk. Okay, so he normally involved in, last time with the MKN. So almost every day he do the reporting for that. So he's going to ask Dato' Ismail Sabri about that and whatever. So when we're going to interview the big shots, like the ministers and the prime minister and whatnot, actually, they're going to ask you, they're going to have a look at your questions first. Okay, do you know that? They're going to have a look at your questions first. Whether these questions can be asked on air or not. If it's gonna be the question that are quite sensitive, they will cancel out the question. So you cannot ask on air. So maybe they will arrange some sort of very quick interview session afterwards for you to ask the minister. But it's not all the question you can ask in the minister, especially the politicians. They are very sensitive with that. That is why every politician have, their own secretary. Whatever, in order to arrange the interview with the minister, you're going to go through. You're going to get the contact with you're going to contact the secretary first. So from there, the secretary will tell you, okay, on what question that shouldn't be asked and what should be asked. Okay, so it is already, the question will be filtered. Okay, for information, the questions actually will be filtered, especially when you are working for the government TV station like Bernama and RTM. Everything are all filtered, okay, because they have their own responsibility to, to deliver the government propaganda. Okay, so so you cannot simply ask unless you're working for Malaysia Kini. Okay, for the who else? Okay, Astro quite vocal too sometimes. So you can ask, you can whatever you can be provocative sometimes. Yeah, so that's how it works. Okay, any more questions? Yeah. Okay, any more questions?
Yes, we have question from Sheila Gishwari.
Okay, Sheila. Okay, Sheila, you may proceed.
Yes, ma'am, okay, hi, ma'am. I'm Telegeshwari from Polytechnic Seberang Perai. Actually, I have a question that you told us that you have participated in a lot of audition, right, ma'am, before you came into this field. So, where did you get all this information, where the audition is going on, and kind of any social media or any websites like that?
All right, thank you so much. Okay, nowadays you don't have to worry because everything is by your fingertips only. So you can always be alert on the social media and also on TV itself. Sometimes like Icon Serawan, I just realized about the program on the TV itself. So sometimes, okay, try your best to, to, even though I'm sure that you don't really watch RTM, if I'm not mistaken. Okay, you guys are like alpha and beta generation. So maybe you are more towards social media, right? Rather than watching news on TV, if I'm not mistaken. But I think many of us watch TV3, right? So the thing is that you have to be alert. Whatever it is, you have to be alert. I got that about the audition I got the information for Icon Serawan from the TV itself. That time I was ironing my clothes, was about to go to, for my, to go to work tomorrow morning. So I was ironing and then I suddenly, oh my God, there's an audition, So I straight away take note all the details, the venue and the date of the program, the audition and whatnot. So from there, I got that. And the rest, Normally, I actually attended quite a number of RTM audition program before that. Okay, also via the radio too, radio, and also on the social media. Another one is social media. The latest one when I joined the audition for Media Prima, I got that from the social media. So you just have to be alert. So you have to follow the TV3, Instagram, and also TV9 Instagram. So keep following, keep subscribing all these online news portals, because that's where you can get the audition from. And then sometimes you might know about the audition if you have somebody working on in certain government TV station, TV station. So you can get that from that source from your friends too. Okay, so the thing is that you have to be alert. Inshallah, they will be there. So just be alert. Don't worry. The chance that I told you, it will come just like that. Which you never expect it at all. You just have what you have to do now. If you really want to achieve your dream, you keep thinking about it, you work for that. Okay? All right.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
All right. No problem.
Okay, Zaira, we have about 10 minutes to go. So are we going to proceed with the activity that you mentioned just now?
Is that okay with the participant? I'm okay with that, but I'm not sure about the participant. Maybe, that's why.
Do we have enough time if, let's say, we do it in 10 minutes?
Okay, can you guys make it like 5 minutes so that I can give you feedback like another 5 minutes? So maybe can I ask everybody? Okay, I think we just have to focus on the activity for the live reporting. Is that okay with everyone? Because that one can be individual work. So is that okay with everyone?
Yes, it's fine.
Okay, so let's make it quick. Okay, so so the task is using the template that I give you. I want you to come up with with one incident. Okay, never mind. I give you the incident then because we don't have much time. So I want you to do the live reporting on the accident, on the car crash accident. Okay, so can you do that within 5 minutes using the template that I give you? So you just you can make up the stories and whatnot. Okay, so you can do whatever you want to do as long as I can see your presentation after this. Okay, and don't forget about your delivery style too. I'm going to have a look at that too. Okay, so 5 minutes from now, guys. Okay. Let me know if you've done. Okay. Okay, guys. Have you done, guys? Not yet. Okay. Maybe 2 minutes more, guys. Is that okay with you?
Zaira, you muted.
Oh, okay, okay. Thank you for reminding me. Okay, so anybody here would like to present first?
Is that okay if I do the presentation without the camera on?
Oh, okay.
Because I have limited income.
Oh, really? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay,
But
okay,
anyway,
okay. Then,
anyone else can do it as well too.
okay, but if you've
anyone
done,
wants
you can proceed first, Miss Mas Asurina. You can proceed first because you've done, all right? Okay, okay. Then it's okay without the camera. Then I try to check on your tone and also your voice.
I try my best.
Okay, all right. Okay.
But can I please have it again, the one on the screen just now, like the one that Is it possible to have it back as a reference?
Okay, sure. Okay. My notes right
So
on
this
the
is
live
about
recording, is it?
Yes. As a reference. Thank you very much.
Okay, sure. Okay, so can you see now, Miss Asurina?
Yes, I can.
Okay, sure. So let's get the ball rolling then.
So I'm just going to use this one. I do not have to use my own or...
No. This one is only for your reference, right? But you're going to come up with your reporting on the accident, if I'm not... accident, right? I give you the topic. Yeah. So can you... Okay. 1, 2, 3. Okay, I'm going to be the producer right now. So I'm going to give you the cue. Okay, 1, 2. Okay.
Hello, good morning, everyone. Together with me this morning, Mas, here live at the scene of an unbelievable disaster. Behind me, there's a... Okay, I'm sorry.
It's okay. Proceed. It's okay. You started well already.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay, maybe you can start again.
Okay.
Okay. All right.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. Have a go. Okay. Never mind. You can do that, Miss Asurina. Don't give up. Okay, try your best. This is gonna be okay, accident. This is gonna be like a very quite tragic incident. So yeah, you have to be like you know, you should tone down a little bit in terms when you are doing your delivery for this kind of live reporting, because it is about the sad story. Maybe you know, people got into accident, and maybe some of them like badly injured and dead probably. Okay, so you can start again. So you ready, Miss Asurina?
I try my best.
Okay. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay.
Here live with me, I'm standing in front of the house that was caught in a fire this morning. We are informed that there's a few casualties that are involved in this incident. The fire department is trying their best to get the victims out of the situation. Sorry.
That's good. Okay, you can proceed.
Okay. So far, we haven't yet heard from those 4 people that are still stuck inside the house. However, we do hope that the victims are able to be rescued for the best interest of the family members.
Okay.
Back to the studio. Thank you.
Oh, okay. Very short, precise. Okay, quite comprehensive then. Okay, you're focusing on the casualties, right? Okay, so thank you so much, Miss Asurina. Okay, the thing is that the problem is that you do this for TV program. So I don't. Maybe just now you can do that for the radio. Okay, because I can just listen to your voice. But the thing is that okay, I cannot comment much because I don't see your face, your facial expression when you do that. But so far, in terms of the voice projection and also your delivery, okay, like I told you just now, this is gonna be a sad story, so you have to be very sensitive of this, of what kind of incidents is that. So if this is gonna be like a very tragic incident, so you have to mellow down a bit, you have to tone down a little bit. Like for now, Yeah, so as you can see at the moment, you know, there, okay, show your sympathetic face to the audience as well, to show that you feel the situation. Okay, because just now, I don't know, because you started with a little bit, you know, laughing just now, so I don't really know your mood there. Okay, so make sure your mood is synchronized with the incident, the context of incident that happened. Okay, so that's number one. Number two, in terms of the voice projection, yeah, I think that's good enough. I think you just deliver it well in terms of the voice projection. I don't think you have problem with that. That's enough for this kind of reporting. I mean, for this kind of, as you don't have to be like so energetic and whatnot, because we are reporting about the, you know, about the set incident. Okay, something that we don't want to happen. Okay, so yeah, good. Never mind. Next time, try to be more. Maybe I should show you presenting live. I mean, on screen, so that I can see your face. Okay, with video. Okay, so Miss Serena, thank you so much for trying. I like your. Yeah, thank you so much. Okay, anybody else would like to give it a go? Anybody? Where's Mr. Rizwan? Suddenly, I don't hear from him anymore. Okay, anymore would like to give it a try so that I can comment a little bit on your presentation. And if possible, try to, you know, it would be better if I can see you. So you have to turn on the video so that I can see you. Okay, so anybody would like to give it a go?
Yes, just now I see someone, Miss Vanya.
Ah, yes, Miss Vanya. Yeah.
Hello.
Please.
Good afternoon.
Okay. Hi.
Hi.
Miss Vanya. Ah, yeah, I can see you now, Miss Vanya. Wow. Okay. Right. You may proceed.
Okay. Good afternoon. I'm Vanya Almadi reporting live at the scene of a fatal car accident that has taken place this afternoon along the NKVE highway. Currently, police are on their way to further investigate on this accident. Paramedics arrived earlier in aid of two victims, a 41-year-old male and a 3-year-old female, who were severely injured in this car accident. It was reported that the 41-year-old driver had experienced a cardiac arrest while driving, therefore losing control of his vehicle. We will be now speaking to a witness who was there at the site of the incident. Puan Amira. Sorry, I'm a little nervous.
Wow, that's marvelous. Okay, thank you so much, Miss Vanya. You have a very good voice, you know. The voice that can be, you know, very nice voice to become a host and reporter, and also to become a newsreader too. Actually, I'm a little bit confused here. Just now, when you when you mentioned about your statement just now, it makes me like confused. Are you actually a newsreader or are you a reporter? Because yeah, you sound like a newsreader just now. So I think you should go for the audition for the news reading. Yeah, so yeah, if you want to do the live cross, okay, I just want to comment in terms of the pace. It has its own, you know, its own pace when delivering your live reporting. It's not you don't have to be like just now. Your tone is more towards news reading, okay. But when you are reporting, it is okay if you want to take a pause a little bit, just for a few seconds, okay, and then see the situation, let the camera going on. Because when you're doing your live reporting, the cutaways will be displayed as well. So you don't have to worry, because not all the time the camera will be focusing on your face. So you can take some time, like okay, Assalamualaikum and blah blah blah, and then okay, as you can see at the moment over there is blah blah blah. Okay, the blockage of the drains there, and then the rain hasn't stopped falling yet, and it's like you are talking and actually you are elaborating about the situation itself. You don't have to be like fluent at all. I mean, very smooth, very fluent all the way. That is news reading. But whatever it is, I really adore your voice, Miss Vanya. Very good for newscasting. Okay, do go for your audition in the future. Okay, thank you so much. Maybe the last person. All right. Okay, the last person. Okay. The last person for the day. Is there any volunteer?
Okay, one more person. Last one.
Okay, last one.
Okay,
All right.
last one.
Okay.
Here in the chat box, Wani would like to try, but she is at the shop. Okay, okay. Someone raise up. Okay,
Nazira.
Nazira, yes, her.
Okay, thank you, Nazira, for volunteering. Okay, you may proceed. Nazira,
Hello,
please.
I'm sorry if it's raining right now, so the sound might be missing. Okay, okay.
Oh, it's okay. Yes, Nazira.
All right. Good morning. My name is Nazra, reporting for TV2 News. It is 10 a.m. and when I'm sorry.
It's okay.
It is 10 a.m. on Wednesday, 6th October, and I'm here live at the scene of an unbelievable disaster. A terrible flood has hit the town of Georgetown, Penang. It first began because of the continuous rainfall that occurred for 2 consecutive weeks. The water level in the river here has risen. Based on the early information that I have been received, the water has flowed everywhere here and kept rising swiftly. And for your information, almost 500 houses were affected badly by this flood. That's all for me. Back to the studio with Zaira.
Wow, thank you so much, Miss Nazira.
I'm quite nervous.
Wow, nice voice, nice style as well. Nice reporting style. Wow,
But
that's good.
actually, I'm
You have the
still
talent there.
confused between broadcasting and
Reading.
newscasting. News reading.
Okay, that one, like I told you just now, the tone is gonna be like it's like you're talking. Reporting is like you are talking, but in a very quite a proper manner as compared to your talking. Like talking, you can talk whatever you want, but this one you are talking about the context of the incident itself. So yeah, so you don't have to be like I told you, you don't have to be like smooth all the way. You can take a pause, like a break for some time, to like the audience see what's really happening there. You don't have to rush your words. Okay, so yeah, for news reading, yes, you have to be fluent. Okay, and then without mumbling, without fumbling. So yeah, so that's the difference. But for you, Miss Nazira, I really like your voice too, and also your tone. Okay, so it's just maybe because you are reading the script. So it would be much, way better if you can come up with your own story next time. So, but the thing is that I can see the talents there. So don't worry, Miss Nazira, if we have any audition, you can go. Okay? Okay, all right.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Miss Nazira. Okay, so I think that's all from me. So yeah, so Miss Ambigai, are you there?
Okay, Miss Ambika is not here. I'm Jumi, Miss Jumi.
Oh, okay, Miss Jumi. Okay, right.
Okay. So we should end the session for today here. So I would like to say thank you to Ms. Zaira for the input shared in the third session just now. I believe our participants have gained a lot of knowledge that will help them to prepare for the competition. So before we really end the session, let us on the camera so that we can take photos together.
Okay.
Okay, turn on your computer, please. Turn on the video, the camera. Okay, Ms. Zaira, you can stop sharing now.
Okay,
sharing?
sorry.
Yeah, okay.
Sorry.
It's okay, it's okay. Okay.
All right.
What about others? You don't want to turn on your camera for us to take photos together?
Okay, come on.
Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, someone is preparing. Okay. wait. Mas Azurina is. Okay. Are you okay, Mas? One.
Yes, I'm good.
Okay. Okay, wait. 1, 2, 3. One more time. Okay. Okay, one more time. Formal. Still formal. Okay.
Okay, formal.
Oh, 1, 2, 3. Okay, freestyle. Okay, freestyle. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Belum. sorry. I'm waiting for the cue. Okay. Freestyle. 1, 2, 3. Okay. Okay, now we are good. Are we good? Okay. So thank you everyone for joining the session today. See you guys tomorrow for the participants. Okay, remember that you have another session tomorrow. We have another 3 sessions to be with Miss Ezrina and also Mr. Ramzan. Thank you so much, Miss Zaira, for your sharing today. Hope to see you
My
again.
pleasure, inshallah, my pleasure. So I would like to say good luck for everyone here for your competition. And one thing I would like to remind you guys, if you have dream for